Yup. What is up? What is up? What is up? Shoot, I gotta pick a song really quick. Nintendo music for last minute focus. That's a great call. But yeah, what is up to Hunnaball? What is going on? Welcome to Hunnaball AM, the best sports show in the on this entire internet. I got a lot going on right now. Here we go. All right, now we're caught up. Dan Orlovsky thinks the Giants should take Jeremiah Love. That's the subject of the stream. That's what we're talking about today. No, there's a lot. It's War Room Wednesday, so we got linebackers. Hey Blake, we got linebackers to discuss. We got Mike Vrabel's affair to discuss, among other things. Might throw in some Anthony Davis talk as well. A little disoriented this morning. Can I call in, Jesus, for what? For what? The Diana Rossini, AJ Brown news? Is that what we're getting at here? God damn it. There it is. Okay, I need to pull up my stream notes. There's not enough here. Okay. Okay. So I guess the first thing to talk about, the main event of the day, is none other than Mike Vrabel and acclaimed reporter Diana Rossini. They got caught with their hand in the cookie jar, so to speak. If you didn't see already, this is not a big deal. This is not a big deal. This is so small. Like, this is just so irrelevant, but it is kind of funny. Mike Vrabel and Diana Rossini clearly have like a work wife kind of situation going right now, and everyone's got a take on it. Everyone's got a thing on it. People are saying this is people are already saying this is a terrible thing that happened in journalism. All the people that came out and said that one Jags reporter was out of line for speaking up. Missed the stream yesterday. Dex not getting traded. He just wants money. I'm glad you're here, Jarv. Yeah, I was worried. I was like, where's Jarv's take on Dexter Lawrence? I don't think he'll get traded either. But glad you made it here. What do we think of this? Cheating bastard, I blame AJ. So this does tie into the Eagles, because all that AJ Brown smoke to the Patriots, it's all coming out right here. So yeah, it's one of those stories that's like in the spirit of football. On Monday we talked about top 10 recent crash outs, and this one isn't even a crash. This is just fun. This is just funny, man. They both have come out and said that this was innocent, just hanging out, talking shop, you know, talking sports, sharing information. And by the way, this is like, it's funny for us to talk about this as fans with no skin in the game. The New York Post, a supposedly like serious news publication, saw two grown adults hug and hold hands and said, we're going to write a whole expose piece. So unless I missed something, I know there are people like going around spreading the word. I mean, this is Page 6, not New York Times, but there are people going around saying, like, already assuming what had happened, like basically saying like, yeah, they've always been doing this. Diana Rossini and Mike Vrabel are basically unofficially dating. Like, a lot of stories coming out of this. Apparently, Patriots coaches just can't get away with cheating on their wives. So yeah, let's see. Holds official title of senior NFL insider at Gray Lady Sports publication, The Athletic. Those separate things. They were spotted 2 weeks ago in Sedona, Arizona, you know, basically Paris of the West, a boutique resort set against the breathtaking Brins Mesa mountain range. So as you can see, they're about to hug here, and then they hugged. So I don't know how familiar you guys are with infidelity. This is what it looks like. This is exactly what it is. What else could this have turned into? And then there's another shot, getting in the mountains as well. I would love to know who took this picture. I'd love to know what TMZ type reporter took this picture. I've seen a lot of people turn on decks. They sound like idiots. Crazy how fast people turn you after one season in a bad scheme that doesn't. Our fans can be the worst sometimes, for real. I really do agree with that. Should we talk more about Dexter Lawrence? I do really agree with that. I think Giants fans are the worst. Giants fans are really bad, and I hate admitting it, but it does come out. And I think honestly, most fans online suck. I was really upset because John Harbaugh came out and said everyone's tradable, which, like, if you asked every coach in the NFL, I bet you 25 at least would say, yeah, everyone's tradable. It's a pro football team. We don't have any favorites around here. So the fact that John Harbaugh comes out and says everyone's tradable, hopefully we can work it out with Dex, but who the hell knows? And then everyone on Twitter thinks, all right, well, let's just ransack the Giants really quick. I saw a Titans fan tweet out, should we pursue Malik Neighbors? Why would we ever? What? And the worst part is they floated the offer, and it was probably just rage bait, but it was 2 second-round picks for Malik Neighbors, dude. I wanted to lose my mind. I wanted to completely lose my mind. I'm sick of the Twitter reporters, the haters, the tweet and deleters. All of it. For the right price. Yeah, everyone's tradable for the right price. Exactly. Malik Neighbors, I wouldn't put on that list, but exactly. Like, in theory, everyone's tradable. If you offered us 6 first-round picks for Cam Scattaboo, yeah, we'd take it easily. So everyone's got a price, obviously. I know I got rage baited, but it was by a Titans fan. It wasn't just some random guy. It was a Titans fan. And it really pissed me off because everyone's talking about the Titans, how fun the Tennessee Titans are looking. Oh, watch out. Brian Dable, Bob Saleh. Like, this is going to be a good team. They signed Daniel Bellinger. And it's like, it gets frustrating. There's like this. It's so funny. A player requests a trade, and that's like the news for the week. It's just a slow time in the circuit right now. Excited for NBA playoffs, I'll say that. And congrats to Michigan for taking the Natty. Didn't feel the need to stream that, but you know, called my shot in the March Madness bracket, so at least I got the champion right. So there you go. Is there anything else? So okay. Okay, it's weird how they lined them up in the same spot, same angle, same stride. I'm waiting to see like something here. Yeah, Diana Rossini's married, Mike Vrabel's married, Bob Kraft, you know, not exactly Mr. Ethical, not exactly Mr. Morale here. Am I missing anything? Yeah, I'm just trying to see if there's any more like documented proof. She does have a pattern of she does have a history of like, you know, quote unquote sleeping with executives. But you know what? I think people care too much about that, frankly. Whereas Rossini, they insist they were close friends and weren't visible in the pictures. I saw Dex trade to the Jags for BTJ, a second and a fourth. I hate Gale forever if that happened. Like, yeah. At least there's some value there. I wouldn't love that trade either. But Brian Thomas, a 2 and a fourth, at least it makes a little bit more sense than 2 2s for Malik Neighbors. But yeah. Oh man, Giants are gonna keep Dex though. It's not worth worrying about. Like I think all rational Giants fans are on the same page. This is just a negotiation tactic. Joe Shane has treated Dexter Lawrence like garbage, and that's basically it. I was waiting for more story to come out, but basically that's all there is to it, at least at this point. We can't afford to lose Dexter Lawrence. Interior defensive line's already in need. We can't afford to lose him. We won't lose him. Go Giants. From what it sounds like, there's really no story here. Like, they're just telling us what happened this weekend. I'm trying to like skim read these like this article, and it's just I don't know, man. It's a lot of, this feels like a BuzzFeed article, which it is. It's Diana Rossini and Mike Vrabel may or may not be having an affair because they held hands and went into a hot tub in Arizona. Like as if most coaches aren't out here, like, you know, talking to reporters, hanging out, going, like, if they were on the golf course, no one would have even said a word. But because they're in the jacuzzi in Arizona, like, hey, they spent an hour and a half around the pool on Saturday, we're told. So someone's got a stopwatch for this whole situation. I honestly think, just reading through this and talking through this morning, which, good morning, by the way. Welcome to Hunnaball AM. This morning, I've really come to terms with the fact that this is such a non-story. Like, the funnier part about this is that how people are reacting. Not like, because you'd see this and think, oh, who even cares? But then you go, it's all over Twitter. Now that it's officially confirmed that Rossini was giving sexual favors, possibly showing anus in exchange for more inside info on NFL front offices, it must be said that she's doing it in a more dignified way than Adam Schefter, which is hilarious. But this was like the talk of the town yesterday. Like, because they had an interview.
best part of your birthday so far today?
My son Carter.
What's been the best part of your birthday so far today?
My son Carter.
Like, what a reach! I know you guys don't care, but what a reach! She feels so 2006 TMZ coded. Yes, it does. It feels like the tabloids. It feels like a magazine you see at the grocery store. It's like, oh, Diana Rossini and Mike VRABEL are getting it on. What? Huh? If we're not getting a first for Dex, I don't want it. If we're not getting multiple firsts for Dex, I don't want it. I love Dexter Lawrence. I never want him to leave. VRABEL doing the Bill Belichick credit. I guess I'm glad John's here. I'm glad we're here discussing this. Man, what? Of course, that sketch is hell. That's a damn story. What is sketch as hell? I would. Let's get into this. And you know what? Actually, I found this. I found out how to do this. I think there's only like a few people in here, but I just want to see this. You guys are about to freak out. Look at this. This stream's about to just turn up a notch. Look at this. Bang. There it is. Poll's been sent. Is Mike VRABEL cheating? There it is. Drop your vote in the chat below. I'm going YES. Yes, yes, yes. All right. People love knowing about other people's sex life for some reason. This is so high school. This is like a Euphoria story. Like, this is... VRABEL, man, if you were married and saw this shit, you'd be pissed. Just holding hands as you can see. Where are they holding hands? They're talking. They're not. Where are they holding hands? I don't see them holding hands anywhere. We've looked at all 15 pictures. Here we go. We've looked at all pictures here. Look, shoes off, holding them in his hand as one does. Diana Rossini she's married to Kevin Goldschmidt, not Paul Goldschmidt, a Shake Shack exec. That's a sick job. That's a way better job than being coach of the Patriots. I'm just saying. Pats will be the Athletics' favorite team this year. The Pats are always the Athletics' favorite team because Jordan Hudson and all this other stuff, man. But you need an option for I don't care. I don't give a. I want to see. I don't even know if like OBS will show me the results of the poll, but I think yes has a considerable lead at the moment. But yeah, she was on a like most of these pictures. She's like she was on a boat. They've interviewed each other in the past. You see, it's basically a done deal. Yeah, like she's a reporter. Of course, she's gonna be around a head coach. Are they holding hands here, Blake? Oh, wow. That's like the most platonic hug I've seen in my... That's how I hug women. Like, I have confidence issues. Like, I'm telling you. This is like... Oh, and then they got the mountain range. Must be a real big story. Like, where are they holding hands? They went to the pool, the hot tub, and then they greeted. They met like twice. Like, you think there's not cameras and media people and people looking for a hot story all over this place? That's all this is. What even is Page 6? What kind of fantasy publication is Page 6? All right. I think this story is pretty damn funny, and you know, I'm curious. How would you feel if you're, you know, NFL reporter wife, NFL head coach husband, started flirting with the reporters and you know, got in trouble, got in some boiling water on Owners Week or whatever? You said they were. No, they're not holding hands. It says on the top of the article, it says New England Patriots Mike VRABEL and top New York Times NFL reporter Diana Rossini hold hands and hug at luxury hotel. What a headline. What a headline, man. Without their spouse. Actually, yeah, wait a minute. Don't like kids and like spouses go with like the figures to these events? I thought it was like families of everyone like shows out. I thought you bring like the kids and you bring whatever, man. Whatever, dude. Mario movie sucked. But yeah, that's 15 minutes on Mike VRABEL's potential affair or no affair. I thought about making a full ass video about it, but there's just not enough here. There's not. I wish there was more to this story. I wish that Pablo Torre would do like a 12-page just expose about all the proof he's gathered about Mike VRABEL cheating on, you know, his wife or something. But it is April and we have nothing to talk about sports-wise, so that's why we're here. There is something else I want to talk about before we talk about linebackers. for the day. There is something else I want to talk about. And this, if you didn't care about the Mike Vrabel suspension, you're not going to care about this, but I need to bring it up. Also, drop a like if you haven't already. We're on the road to 100 million subscribers. I really do. I think I won't make a video on the Mike Vrabel thing, but I gotta say, this show, the Anthony Davis prank show. Listen, okay, I don't know how plugged in on the news you are. There's a non-zero chance that the world was gonna blow up yesterday. I'm glad it didn't, because now we have War Room Wednesday. But had the Earth exploded yesterday, it still would have been a win because I found this show with Anthony Davis. I still would have chalked it up as a W. This show is so good. This show's so good. There's only been a couple of episodes because it's like there's like a licensing, no one wants to buy it. It's very confusing. Sit your ass down. We're not going to watch it on stream. I'm not a reaction channel. Sit your ass down and watch LeBron James and Anthony Davis prank Draymond Green. Like this Rakea Jackson one. That's not how you say it. He said it on the show. Ricky? Miss Jackson. I'm sorry, Miss Jackson. I'm for real. I just forgot how to pronounce your name. Is also a good episode. But the Anthony Davis, LeBron James, Draymond Green foul play is it's you can't beat it. You can't beat Impractical Jokers with athletes. It's a great show, and I really recommend you checking it out. 3 votes all saying yes. I love democracy. So she's cheating. There you go. So yeah, not to yell. I'm yelling at 7:30 in the morning. Watch this show. Bleacher Report makes good shit in general. I really want to give my flowers to Bleacher Report. They always make good shit. Because the thing about this show is that it airs on TNT, or aired on TNT, because it's like technically owned by TNT. It was their idea. You know, the Impractical Jokers is a TNT, or no, TBS product, and you know, it's all just one big Israel thing. But the point is that Anthony Davis tried this show already. As you can see a little bit further down, he pranked Jared Vanderbilt. What was this, a month ago? He pranked Jared Vanderbilt. He pranked Mookie Betts, spoiler, who reversed AD and pranked AD. I'm not much of a prank guy, but this show is hilarious. And then Cameron Brink, her prank goes off the rails. Cameron Brink says the F word like 100 times. It's a crazy watch. But there's only 3 of these. I did as much research as I could. What I think happened was TBS bought this show, bought the idea to this show. Then Anthony Davis got traded, so they couldn't air it because it was just too awkward. So then they've waited like a year and a half, finally came out with these episodes, or no, waited a year, finally came out with these episodes from when he was in LA because they had him. This was singular episode. And then Bleacher Report just brought it back, and oh my God, is it great. Oh my God, it's so great. There's nothing like Giants Fan 10's here. What's up? There's nothing quite like watching an athlete star, whatever, an athlete get pranked, and then from out of nowhere, it's Anthony Davis. Who else? Could you imagine getting punked, and then from the corner of your eye, you just see someone walking in, and it's Anthony Davis crutching in. He has crutches in the show, crutching in. Oh man, no one cares, but I love this show. And I really recommend you guys watch it because this show can't go away. It just can't. I already lost winning time. Don't take foul play with Anthony Davis away from me. I need it. All right. That's basically it. Outside of War Room Wednesday, which is the big one. I'm really excited to talk about the linebackers in this class. Holy hell. Do we have a class here? Oh man. If you want to stop the run and or cover the pass, this is the year for you. If I can just find the damn position. Here we go. They definitely asked Blake Griffin first before AT, right? So that's okay. So I'm so glad someone engaged. So here's the thing, right? So I kind of figured, I'm like, what does Anthony Davis have to do with this? Apparently, if you ask Anthony Davis, this is a direct quote. I've been pranking longer than I've been playing basketball, which I guess that's not a unique trait. Like, when does a person start pranking, you know? What was my first prank? No one ever romanticizes the first prank. It's like your first time, your first kiss. No one ever talks about the first time you pulled the finger trick, you know, or whatever pranks people like to go to. You know, I don't know, like sit on a water balloon. You know, but when you search Anthony Davis prank, here's what comes up, right? All this LeBron, Draymond, and whatnot. You see, TBS is still airing it. I definitely wouldn't recommend watching it on TBS, though. They totally rush the pacing. It's like the Mario movie. But you got to keep searching. Okay, I'm just gonna search for it straight up. Oh wait, Draymond. Here we go. See, but you search Red Bull, right? Check this out. Look at this. So this is 8 years ago. Anthony Davis getting pranked by, that's right, Karl Malone. Watching this video was tough. I had to know how deep Anthony Davis's prank history went back. And, you know, it goes back this far. Karl Malone goes undercover as a good person to prank Anthony Davis. Yeah. So that happened. Also, when he was back at Kentucky, there was that whole locker room video. I don't know if you call that a prank, more so hazing. He was like getting smacked on the ass or something. It was a weird, I don't want to even describe it. But like there was this whole ass video. So basically, I could talk for an hour about Anthony Davis's history with pranking. The point is that I really do think AD should just retire and go all in on this show. Go all in. I'm so bought into what this is. This show is so good. Like, foul play. What a name. But like, genuinely, it's both these episodes are great because they hire really funny extras. I think that's the difference. Anthony Davis like Ashton Kutcher when he did pranks. Well, yeah, he's punking people. That's exactly it. Like around 7 or 8, maybe. Jesus, it always goes back to the sexual predator. Yeah, no, it does. No matter where you look, you can't escape the basketball prank of the year from Red Bull with the mailman Karl Malone and Anthony Davis, who's like basically entering the league at that point. So yeah, this was my obsession yesterday. I watched all of it. I watched everything I could. Something about Anthony Davis having a good time just makes me laugh. Honestly, he's a funny guy and he deserves to have fun. That's my take. Anthony Davis deserves to have fun. All right. Let's talk about linebackers. So normally I go prospect by prospect, but to be honest, why would I do that today? So what I want to do is just kind of like, the thing with linebackers is you don't really have to scout them that intensely. It kind of feels like linebackers just kind of check off boxes as far as skill sets go, especially at the top of the draft. Okay, so you have a guy like Sonny Styles who's been discussed to absolute death, right? Because he's 6'5", crazy athlete, 4.46, 40-yard dash at 2.44. Sonny Styles is a beast, and he's going to be great. He's going to be a giant. Sonny Styles is going to be drafted by the New York Giants. Like this, I'm so confident. I think I might take the ticket. Honestly, at this point, on April 8th, 2026, I think I might be ready to punch my ticket for the Giants drafting Sonny Styles, because he's not going in the top 5. I'm not buying that for 1 second. I don't think there's a universe where the Arizona Cardinals go interior linebacker with all the needs they have. That being said, the Cardinals aren't exactly the most intelligent franchise, and I think Sonny Styles is a good player. But the Cardinals aren't good with gadget guys. They're not good with blue chip prospects. The Cardinals are good. Well, they aren't. The Cardinals aren't good and shouldn't be allowed to draft good players. There it is. Deontay Lawson should be a New York Giant. Who the hell's Deontay Lawson? You see, this is why linebackers are tough. Who the hell's Deontay Lawson? There he is, Alabama linebacker. See? Kind of under-researched these linebackers, but that's okay. This is Deontay Lawson, the box linebacker. We're on NFLDraftBuzz.com, by the way. Big fan of this site. Yeah, so, you know, according to this, he's more of a run defender than anything. Comps well to Chad Muma out of Wyoming. Yeah, best work shows up against the run, legitimate blitz threat, battle-tested leadership, a couple of injuries. But yeah, fluid mover, kind of small at 228. And yeah, injury history. Coverage numbers tell a troubling story when you dig deeper, so there you go. tells a troubling story. Deontay Lawson. I will say though, I don't want to like, when it comes to quarterbacks and linebackers, I care a lot about the school where they came from. You're never going to get me to not trust a Georgia linebacker. Like, CJ Allen is awesome. I think CJ Allen's really good. You know, CJ Allen's just an athletic freak who apparently was getting Heisman talk before this season. That's a real headline that I read. And like, I just think he's good. I know he's not as fast as Sonny Styles. He's not as impressive physically, and maybe he's not as impressive between the ears. But I think whatever team gets CJ Allen in a draft like this, if you can leave like anywhere from I'd say pick 13 to pick 25. If you can leave that range with CJ Allen, that's a win. And I think it's going to be Dallas. So that's a bummer. I mean, the Giants are taking Love. Apparently, they're trading Dexter to the Rams. Yeah, apparently. Yeah, you didn't hear? They're also. Well, I heard Dexter Lawrence for 9, so that's it's a little bit better. Rodriguez, Hill Jr., Lawson would all be day one starters, make a big impact. CJ Allen too. I like Lawson. Okay. See, the like linebackers are fun to just buy into. You know, like Josiah Trotter. You know, NFL blood, born and raised already. I think he's the son of Jeremiah Trotter. So there you go. And I think Jacob Rodriguez is awesome. Like, I think there are question marks when you get to size, and some people say athleticism, although he had a really good combine. I like his mustache. I liked his card in college football. I think he's really good in coverage, and I think whoever gets Jacob Rodriguez in round 2, hell, maybe even late round 1, will be a very happy team. This draft class in general is just very wide in the middle, and middle is so relative in every draft, but I feel like after pick, like I said, like 11 or 12, it really just kind of is a shit show, you know? It's kind of just taking your guys. We're gonna get a lot of reaches, or at least things that we feel are reaches, but it's not gonna really matter because everyone's gonna have such a different board, and all these positions are like, it just feels like, other than tackle, there's not like any real jump out positions. Like, I think there are some deeper positions than others, but I don't think it's like, oh, this is the year to get a corner. Nah. So this is the year. So on the inverse, this would be the year to take one of those less valuable positions, like a guard, like a linebacker, and that's where guys like CJ Allen and Vega Ayon get involved. I don't know if it's worth talking about. Arvell Reese and David Bailey are coming up as linebackers. We talked about them last week or 2 weeks ago for pass rushers. I know, like, Arvell, what is left needs to be said about Arvell Reese, right? Obviously, he's really good, really versatile. His bend is already improved. He's definitely a linebacker by trade, but he could easily convert to edge. And I think the Jets are going to get a good player between one of these two. And I'm really starting to buy the David Bailey to the Jets smoke. What do we think of that? Do we think the Jets are actually going to like pull the trigger? Or like who? I really do think it's a total coin flip at this point between Dave Bailey and Arvell Reese. I was also told 9 being traded to the Rams. We give Rams a future third. I feel like most Vikings fans would want to do that. I don't think it's a good trade, but I feel like a lot of Vikings fans would be down, personally. But yeah, so I just kind of wanted to bounce around and just look at the class as a whole, because I feel like in a linebacker class like this, you either want a run stopper or a coverage guy, and there are definitely more run stoppers. And you could take them anywhere from round 1 to round 2, maybe even round 3. Get Josiah Trotter. I mean, I feel like all these guys will probably go in the first couple of rounds. And if you guys are talking highly on Deontay Lawson, I think Jacob Rodriguez is a big riser. Yeah. So what's Anthony Hill's story? Yeah, he can tackle. Yeah. See? He can tackle. Come on. Jets are a bad franchise, so yeah, I buy Bailey at 2 smoke. David Bailey gets so much hate. I don't know why. I know. Actually, apparently, I guess I do know why, actually. Hold on. Where is it? I didn't see this video until today. David Baylor attacking a photographer. We don't like that. Leave the media guys alone. Come on. So yeah, David Bailey. But again, you don't want a nice pass rusher. Oh, jeez. See, it's all over. This is the big talk of the town. What? Oh, jeez. Great. It's playing in multiple tabs. That's really fun.
My husband said 2 words to me. He's an Eagles fan. And I'm like, this can't be a thing. Like, I don't want to be the household that is shaped by the result of a football game. Like, A, grow up. B, you're a father. I don't want our children having a culture where mommy and daddy's tone in this house is based on the result of the Philadelphia Eagles. Who cares? So stupid. And my husband.
She's right. What is that like? Like they're like, oh, how dare she speak? I know I shouldn't have flipped off linebackers. It's like, oh, how dare she speak? How dare she speak out loud about something personal? Like, this is the thing, right? Obviously, a small channel here. I feel like if I did a Hinge update with more people here, and there was a conversation on Twitter, and it got 100,000 views, and people were like, could you imagine this guy talking about women he's dating out into public forum? No one would care. No one would care. But because Diana Rossini is a woman, and because Diana Rossini is being investigated for holding hands with a coach, people are calling out her ability as a mother and as a person. I'm sorry that I keep going back to this, but every time I go on Twitter, this is the #1 story of the day. Everyone's talking about Diana Rossini and Mike Vrabel. I don't want a nice pastorship, but I also don't want a criminal. Well, did he commit a crime? See, this is the research I should have done ahead of time. What crime did David Bailey commit? What, did he beat Miami or something? He's from the hometown. Irvine, CA. She has a good point there, not gonna lie. She has a great point. I completely agree. She has a great point. I entirely agree. Could you imagine? I mean, you guys probably, some of you guys might actually have had sports fan partners. I haven't, but I sure as shit would not want to, marry a Cowboys fan and be like, and twice a year it's like, oh, I'm mad. Ugh. The Giant, it's one thing to be a Giants fan. It's another thing to have to deal with a Cowboys. Anyway, she's right on the surface level, but I think her husband probably isn't a mouth breather that would allow the Eagles to ruin his entire week. So we're assuming that now. So we're assuming about Diana. He's an Eagles fan. Why are we giving the Eagles fan the benefit of the doubt? What the hell? What? Like, we're all upset over our team's losing, but we're able to get over it, man. Yeah, for the most part. I still do think about the Denver game. A clip came up. A Broncos fan tweeted out. It was like, how did we win this game? It's like, I don't know, man. I don't know. Letting NFL teams decide your move for the day is crazy work. See, this is the kind of, I'm completely on the same page with you guys. Like, we sit here, we converse, we talk about things that stress us out in the sports world. But at the end of the day ends, and there are bigger fish to fry than whether or not the Vikings are looking good or if the Giants are going big. Anyways, David Bailey is apparently a criminal who runs a 4.5 40-yard dash. David, god damn. 6'4", 250. I really think the Jets are going to take him. I really do. I mean, look at all these numbers. Look at these numbers. I really do think the Jets are gonna pull the trigger. Look at Dallas Turner comp. There you go. Now, he went to Mater Dei High School, which I don't know if you guys know is a pretty big deal. Arguably the premier football factory on the West Coast. That is true. But Dave Bailey is a pass rusher, and we covered him. He's a really good pass rusher, and that's that. Is he good in the run? No. Does he have the ceiling that Arvell Reese does? I don't think so. I don't think he does. I think Arvell Reese could be one of the premier defenders in the NFL. I also think Arvell Reese could be just okay. Who knows? Arvell Reese has a very wide range of outcomes, and that's why he's an interesting prospect to me, and that's why I think the Jets won't take him. And if the Jets don't take him, we'll probably do a mock. In fact, yeah, I wonder if I still have my PFF. Let's see. Let's find out if my PFF is canceled yet. I feel like it has. I don't know. I just don't trust it. Well, for now, it hasn't been canceled. I'll let you guys know if it does. But yeah, so let's lay out this scenario, right? Let's say they take David Bailey. I don't think the Cardinals even think and just draft Arvell Reese. I unironically think this is going to happen now at the top 3 of the draft. What do we think? My time of loss has ruined my mood for weeks. The 2015 Stanley Cup, where the Rangers lost 3 of our 5 games in OT. That has something to your psyche, bad. Oh yeah. There are times to let sports define your life. I think when you have a long day in general, and then your sports team loses, especially in like a devastating way, when your sports team loses, said by a real gentleman. No, like for example, Cowboys Giants. Cowboys Giants is probably the most painful game of the year. I know, even though I talk about the Broncos game every day. Giants Cowboys was super painful because I pulled an all-nighter before. So I was like exhausted watching that game. And when you're in the wrong headspace, watching your team get just completely obliterated by the officials, and Russell Wilson's throwing the ball backwards, it's enough to at least be upset for the rest of the day. PFSN's better than PFF mock draft. You see, I don't like the UI, but once, I really shouldn't be supporting PFF though. They've sold to AI, to big football data. I really shouldn't be supporting PFF. This will be the last PFF mock. Book it today. This will be the last one. It added grading too now. Holy shit. I just don't like the UI. You guys can understand that. Like, I just don't. Here, let's go mock. Like, it just doesn't look as clean. But I do recognize, but the board is a lot better. I know that. The board's a hell of a lot better. Except Vega's way too low, but whatever. It's not bad. And then again, look, you click on, nope. Wait. Oh, they finally put in player bios. Did they put it for all of them? Oh, wow, they did. This is what we were waiting for. These are the player bios I've been waiting all offseason for. 2 sentences clearly written by AI. Delane's a long, quick outside corner with excellent instincts and ball skills. This is the big analysis I've been waiting for. What? What a waste. They don't even have it. What a waste. You guys are right. PFF sucks. You guys are right. Well, the PFSN has testing numbers right there when you click on the player. Okay, fine. We're doing this. We're checking this out. You can still use PFF board rankings. Oh, yeah, that's right. You can use a different board. It's a fair point. Now click on Mansour Delane. All right. Yeah. You get a bio. You get like, and I paid for the PFF thing. This is a detailed thing. You get a combine comp, transfer history, traits. This is nice. You guys are right. This is really nice. Holy hell. The UI is kind of a lot to get over, but I like this. Wingspan, projections, the stock number. You guys are right. All right, fine. We'll do PFSN. We'll do it. We're making the switch. See ya, PFF. All right, so Doze, Dave Bailey. We're just going straight down the top 3. And Arvel Reese. Now, what is it? Rank the picks already or what? All right, well, I don't see the pick rankings, but that's okay. Because figuring out what Tennessee's going to do at 4 is such a headache. It's kind of a fun headache, though. I don't know. I literally don't know. I know it's not like a hot take to say like, oh, they're between Jeremiah Love and other players, but like the Titans could use a little bit of everything, Maybe not tackle. I feel like they're set at tackle. And maybe D-line, interior defensive line, I guess. Maybe. It ranks picks after you finish. I see. It only ranks the picks if you do a single team. Okay, so now I'm confused. But because PFF also does rank the picks. They do grade the picks if you do less than 3 teams. I am buying the Cardinal Tate to Tennessee smoke, but I'm totally buying it. Like, there are some people saying Cardinal Tate could go 2 to the Jets. I forgot who said that. I think it was McShay. Maybe DJ. One of those reporters said that, like, Cardinal Tate is very well discussed in these NFL buildings. People love Cardinal Tate, and he does feel like he's very much separating as a wide receiver 1. And I know it's linebacker Wednesday. I do want to say, I feel like Mekhi Lemon's losing a lot of steam at this point of draft season. Like, is that crazy to say? I never expected him to go in the top 6 or 7 or whatever. Maybe 6 once, but I'm seeing him go earliest just like 13. I'm seeing him get past the Jets at 16. What is happening? Is the attitude concerns, are those real? Is that it? Tate to the Titans just makes so much sense. It does. It really does. But if you're the Titans sitting here, I really do think they could buy into the siren song of Jeremiah Love. And if they don't, will the Giants? Because I think the Giants are going to take Styles. That's not really much of a question to me. I would like to know for a fact that there are internal discussions right now between Sonny Styles and Caleb Downs, because that's the question that I can't get over. That's where I'm at, basically. Caleb Downs or Sonny Styles. It's got to be one of the two. It's got to be. Or a trade down. I don't think a trade down is super crazy either. Makai Lemon losing steam and can go to the Rams is evil voodoo. That's probably what's going to happen. And yeah, with Puka in rehab, you might want to address wide receiver now. Get that Devontae Adams replacement. So I guess for the Titans right now, you know, I want to say Jeremiah Love. I really do. But when in doubt, never take a running back high. Carnell Tate. And like I said, I already alluded to it. Sonny Styles would be the pick here. However, I do kind of think there's a possibility that a team like the Chiefs, a team like the Saints, a team like the Dolphins, if they want, but I doubt it, and a team like Dallas is going to be looking to move up, are going to be looking to move up. Maybe the Rams, if they really want to go all in. I've seen that once. That could happen. I guess any team in theory could trade up, but I think specifically what I'm saying is there are teams that could probably want to jump the Browns for receiver. There could be teams that want to jump the Browns or Commanders for, Commanders actually, for pass rushers. So I do think a trade down here is actually very much in play. Now, if Carnell Tate goes at 4, I think that kind of decreases the chances and likelihood that we'll get a trade. I think that's like half the draw there, jumping the Browns and the Saints for a receiver. I think the Saints are most likely to move up. Move up to 5? Because if Carnell Tate goes, I don't really see why the Saints would move up. Washington might really draft Love. I don't think the Saints will draft Love, though. I just don't think so. That's the average Vikings YouTube channel. The Vikings will trade up 14 spots for nothing. Fans of teams are so funny. Yeah, fans of teams are so delusional. All fans of teams. Like, I'm sitting here thinking that we're gonna get 2 1s for Dexter Lawrence, and then it comes out, it's like he might go for a 2 and a 5. It's like, cool, great, exciting. Like I said, Giants will take Sonny Styles, and that's just that. That's just the way it is. But I kept it open for a potential trade. If, say, the Saints were to trade up, that's what I was doing. If the Saints were to potentially trade up, and I think this is so like funny. Let's just sit here and just like overthink the draft. That's War Room Wednesday for you. But yeah, if you go 5, 8, yeah, okay. So you go 8 and 5. What would I want to move down 3 spots? Would pick 42 and a 3rd next year do it? Would 42 and a next year's 3rd maybe like swap for like a 6th or something? You know? Ah, man, maybe that's a bit rich. Maybe that's a bit rich. A 2 and a 3 to move up 3 spots into the top 5? I don't think that's too rich. But then again, in this scenario, what they're moving up for, what, Jeremiah Love? They're trading an extra 2nd round pick and a 3rd for a running back now? To take a running back 5th overall? Because ideally, if you're the Saints, you're moving up for a receiver. And in this scenario, Carnell Tate goes off the board to the Titans. So what, are you moving up for Jordan Tyson? No. Makai Lemon? No. Omar Cooper? You know? So it's like, it's kind of tough to foresee. The Saints either go Love, Bain, or Bailey, so either way they're going to want to jump. Washington would be interested in all those players. I guess, yeah, Bain is still on the board, but that's kind of where I think the Chiefs would step in. And the Chiefs have a little more draft capital to move. So I really should have just... Okay. I do like this site, though. You get the Chiefs trading with the Giants at 5, right? And the Chiefs have a lot more flexibility. Like, the Chiefs could let 40 go and it wouldn't even matter. And the Chiefs would very likely send like a next year pick because they think they're going to be picking super late. So whatever that would look like, I don't know, maybe it's the same thing. It's the same trade. It's like a 2. According to this, a 3rd would almost do it. I wouldn't be super thrilled if the Giants netted pick 74 from a trade down 4 spots. I would like at least pick 40. And if that's all it is, then that's all it is. So for this one, they could take Bane here too. They need edge. Yeah, no, the Saints do need an edge, but I don't think they'll go for it. I don't think they will. Chiefs are gonna stick and pick Mullane at 9 to them. Just makes sense. But Delane at 9 makes more sense to us. Go Giants. Let's do the Saints for this mock because I've done Chiefs moving up already. But if I had to make my prediction right now, I think it's most likely that the Chiefs move up, frankly. That's just me, though. Let's do it. Let's go. And then a 4 to move up to a 3. There it is. Done. Plain and simple. Propose. Confirmed. There it is. I like this. Say it's going to go wide receiver. Well, again, though, if the Saints move up here, I feel like Bane would be the pick because Carnell Tate's off the board. I don't think the Saints go Love anymore. I don't think they go Love either. 9 mentioned. See? There it is. Yep. Yeah. So you move up and it's like, hell, is Sonny Styles out of the equation? Let's go through this. Me overthinking is not gonna, be exciting TV to watch. So let's just stick and pick. I don't think they'd move up for Love. In this scenario, if the Saints did move up, it would probably be for Ruben Bain. So let's do it. Now I'm seeing the Browns. God damn. I'm seeing the Browns are starting to kind of settle down on the Monroe Freeling talk. But I'm not going to give them Francis. They need a left tackle, and they can't afford to wait. They need a left tackle. It might not be the popular hot pick anymore. I'm still taking Monroe Freeling. I think there's a good shot the Browns could move down as well. For the record, I've said this a million times, but every team wants to trade down. Just saying. Okay. Now, the Commanders are an interesting team here. The Commanders are a very interesting team here. A lot of talent has fallen down the board. Jeremiah Love, Sonny Styles, Caleb Downs, Delane, hell, even Francis if they want to play a guard. Honestly, if this board fell the way it did, I really do think the Manders FC would go Jeremiah Love and not really think about it. Maybe I'm biased. Maybe I just want the Giants to have a perfect scenario. Have a choice between Styles and Downs at pick 8. But wouldn't that be sweet? Maybe Maui Noah. Wouldn't that be sweet? Could you imagine if the Giants had pick 8 and this board fell? I'd be cool with probably all 5 of these guys, honestly. All 6 of them, frankly. I don't think we'd take Makai Lemon, but still. Etienne. Oh, sorry, it's not Etienne, my bad. Achan. Has an out after 2027. I don't think Love is out of play for them. If they want to do a split, but I don't think Love's getting past 7. In this scenario, if the board looks like this, the Giants will take Sonny Styles and not even think about it. And then the rest of the draft kind of just works itself out. Delane makes a lot of sense here for the Chiefs. And Makai Lemon also makes sense, but, Delane makes more sense like GF10 said. Yeah. I do really think the Bengals could go guard. I really don't think Vega's off the board here. Peter Woods is very high in these rankings. Wow. But yeah, I don't think Vega's out of the question here. Caleb Downs is the odds-on favorite to be the pick, but who knows? Shane would have this board and draft Thienem at hot 5s. Joe Shane's having a bad go at this whole GM thing. For that much we know for sure. He pissed off Dexter Lawrence. I didn't see the trade up lol. Yeah. So then I guess the rest of the board just kind of shakes out, the way it shakes out. Caleb Downs. I don't think it would be crazy for Miami to go Francis here, keep him in Florida. In fact, that's what we're going to do. I do think Dallas is another trade down candidate. They also could go corner. Obviously, Jermon McCoy's right there. Injury concerns, though. Again, if you're Dallas, you really do want to leave this draft with a guy like CJ Allen, but they could get him again at pick 20. So who knows? What would it take for Dallas to move to 3? Probably 12 and 20, right? Yeah, probably. Oh, man, who knows? If I'm Dallas here and the board falls exactly like this, I'm probably just going to take Jerron McCoy and not think about it. I just hope CJ Allen's there at 20. And then look at this. Look at all the fun options the Rams have. The Rams could go Lemon. They could go like any kind of receiver, really. They could go Spencer Fano if they want to. Spencer Fano's getting a lot of love. The Bengals' only option in 10's defense or O-line is bad enough to justify not addressing that awful defense immediately. But they improved it a little bit. They brought on a couple safeties. So I don't think it's a must-address safety in specific. If you were to tell me the Bengals are going to go, like, edge, if Ruben Bain gets to the Bengals, oh my God, what a slam dunk that would be. But that's probably not going to happen. So it's like, what defensive player is going to be there at 10 where it's like, we got to take him? Jermon McCoy? Maybe if Mansour Delane falls past 9. I think a lot of the talented defensive players are going to go off the board. I mean, look at this. We got 3 defenders in the top 5. I guess not as much in the top 10, but still. Yeah, like 6. Yeah, 6 guys in the top 10. That's a majority. Yeah, that counts. It's a majority. In this scenario, I don't think the Rams moving out is crazy, but if they're right here, why not just take Spencer Fano and live with it? You know? I'm not even a Spencer Fano guy, but it's like, get some offensive line versatility. Which I think the Ravens would have been in play to take Fano as well. They were not, so they go Vega. And this is what I mean. Mekhi Lemon just falls by default here. The Bucks aren't going to go receiver, obviously. Bucks are probably going to go defense. I think the Bucks are... I mean, we keep giving him Mesidor. For the sake of variety here, we're not going to do Mesidor. We're going to do something crazy. We're going to go... show me Cassius Howell at A&M. I like his game. He can get to the quarterback. I like Cassius Howell more than Keldrick Falk. Styles would fall out of the top 10 if we don't draft him. See, I don't think so. I don't think Styles would get out. Well, first of all, Styles would get picked by the Bengals at 10 for sure. So he wouldn't fall out of the top 10. But I really do think there's a world where the Commanders take Sonny Styles, where the Chiefs look at Sonny Styles at least. I think there is a universe where those things happen. Jets, Jets. They already addressed edge. This isn't going to be Ty Simpson. I feel like all signs point towards Mekhi Lemon here. And that's what I'm going to do. Off the Spencer Fano hate train, I think he can genuinely play all 5 offensive line spots. Wow. Well, there it is. Howell arm length is concerned. Hey, what's up, Ryan? Is it? It is. You're right. You're right. We did edge rushers a couple weeks ago. You're right. It is. 3-star out of high school. Let's see. Real quick. Where is it? Traits? Wow. Look at this. Look at this. This guy's got power. Not really. Where? They just had wingspan. Where is it? So much information. I feel like I'm freaking out here. I just like the numbers. There it is. 30-inch arms. That's not amazing. Not a super great athletic score. He got sunned by Malachi Lawrence. Yeah, it's first percentile. Am I reading that right? First percentile arm length. I knew it was an issue. I didn't know it was. That's objectively the worst percentile. What? Oh man, I like Cassius Howell's game. I read short arms. I didn't realize they were that short. Because when I read, I don't know about you guys, when I read arm length, I pretend like I'm like, oh, 31 and a half, that's a good size. But I usually am just kind of like, oh, is that a lot for his position? And just kind of hope that I could just join the right opinion. Top 9, I think commies go love for Styles. I don't think the Chiefs really consider Styles if Delane is there. Yeah, first percentile is correct. That's crazy. And I do agree with you. I think they'll go Love over Styles. But I don't know if Love will be there. If Love goes 4, then this whole draft blows wide open. I still like Cassius Howell, though. I like his game. He puts up numbers. Guy had 27 sacks in 49 games in college. Where's the last year in specific, though? Oh, wow. Right there. 11 and a half sacks. Like, come on. In 12 games, that's great. Senior. out of Kansas City, Missouri. Bring him home. Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I mean, Bucks could go a plethora of ways, though. Bucks could go with a Keldrick Falk, a Mesidor. They could, you know, pretty much anyone on defense. Maybe they draft CJ Allen. But yeah, Lions. I really do think Lions offensive tackle makes the most sense here. It could be any of these guys. I think the Lions specifically need just like a true tackle, and Caleb Lomu will be that. So we'll give him Caleb Lomu. I think that's an easy, boring pick, but it is what it is. Vikings. John called it earlier. Give me Dylan T. Just makes too much sense. Panthers. Really like Kenyon Sadiq here. Jordan Tyson will be really great as well, but all the news right now around Jordan Tyson is that he's fallen down draft boards. So assuming that that's true, Kenyon Sadiq has historically short arms at edge. Yeah, historically short arms. What is it relative to Ruben Bain? What is Ruben Bain's arm length percentile? I'm just like having fun here. 3rd percentile. Okay, so not as good. Small hands as well. Just small in general. Just straight up small. Nope, Ty Simpson for the Vikings. Have we considered Ty Simpson for the Vikings? Hey, Ryan, if you're still here, what do we think about the whole Mike VRABEL situation? Is it a non-story or is it something real? Is it something to, you know, focus on in April? I keep checking the calendar like as if it's going to change. Cowboys, already talked about it earlier. Give me CJ Allen. Well, I do think he could go earlier, maybe to Tampa at 15. CJ Allen at 20 to Dallas. Steelers are another team that I think are going to go offensive line. But I always do that. I always give him like Caden Proctor or something. So let's flip it up. I mean, you know what? God, I don't know. I don't know, man, because it says the Steelers need a receiver, but I don't think they do, which is such a weird thing to say about the Steelers, but they have one of the most expensive receiver rooms in the NFL. Michael Pittman, DK Metcalf, it's not exciting, but it's not worth drafting a receiver in the first round over. So they won't do that. I felt like they were going to go tackle, but now I'm looking at this team needs, and I'm like second guessing myself here. Steelers are a really tough team. Eagles take Ty Simpson to replace Hurts. That's not the craziest thing. It's really not the craziest idea. That is a very Eagles move. Push out a successful quarterback. We all know Diana's going to be the first one to drop the A.J. Brown to the Pats news. Yeah, that's like a done deal already, it sounds like. It seems like everyone's talking about. They're just waiting for the draft to make that happen. But that is true. Diana will be the first on the call. Probably the first on the call with a lot of Pats news. Do Lomu or Miller. So I guess we should just go Blake Miller to the Steelers, huh? I'm trying to remember what exactly the Steelers need here. Like, if we look at the Steelers team, right? PFF isn't law, but just a brutal team. Just an absolutely brutal team here. Maybe address corner? Maybe? Oh, God, I don't know, man. Steelers need a little bit of everything. Steelers are so lame. I know this is a like week 18 squad, but still. The Steelers are so lame. They should trade up and take Jeremiah Love. Maybe receiver's not crazy. Maybe they can just go like Cooper or Concepcion. Just play him at the slot. You know what? Let's do that. Why not? Omar Cooper. Play him in the slot. Who cares? Just go full on. Let's go for this, Steelers. Let's do it. Chargers. Typically go interior defensive line for the Chargers. Kind of tough to break away from that. Because, I mean... Does Blake Miller have the mobility to play inside? Like, where's Blake Miller aligned? I feel like he's a true tackle. Steelers should take Ty Simpson. They probably should, honestly. They probably should. I don't think they will, though. I just don't think Ty Simpson goes in round one, fellas. I just don't. I don't think a team is going to move up, and I don't think a team really cares about the fifth round option with a guy like Ty. Most strictly a tackle. I feel like, yeah, that's kind of what I assumed as well. I feel like maybe Proctor can play all positions. It's just a sketchy game. And then it's like, all right, well then just don't force it with offensive line. It's like, all right, yeah, Peter Woods, Caden McDonald, like they're all right here. Kristen Miller, like these are all quality prospects, I feel like. Yeah, why not? Let's go Peter Woods. Yeah, let's go Peter Woods. I like it. Yeah. Eagles take Ty Simpson. I wonder who the Eagles would take here, though. If Kenny Pickett can go round 1, anything's possible. I guess. I hadn't considered that. Let's not forget EJ Manuel also went round 1. He didn't exactly pan out. It's a weird pull. No shade to EJ on a Wednesday morning. I like Akeem Mesidor to the Eagles. I do. Get Brandon Graham out of town. I think it also makes sense to try and kind of build that offensive line, preparing for when Lane Johnson does retire, probably in the next season or two. Eagles could go a couple of ways. They really could. If I were the Eagles, I'd probably move down if I could and just, you know, address edge and offensive tackle at the top of round 2. It's a very good Eagles move. Tyson as a Brown replacement. They could. They could. I don't hate that. I don't hate that. Again, it's very tough finding a fit for Jordan Tyson. I'm kind of crossing my fingers here, hoping he falls out of round 1. Maybe he falls to pick 40. Just saying. Or is it pick 36 the Giants have? I think it's pick 36, actually. My fault. Keldrick Falk is also available. I think the Eagles do one thing and one thing right. Draft SEC players. Caden Proctor. There it is. It just makes sense. 37. There it is. If he falls pick 37, I'm not going to be mad at Jordan Tyson of the Giants. I'll say that. But in this scenario, after the Browns already addressed offensive tackle with Monroe Freeling, now they get the ability to sit and pick and take their favorite receiver on the board. They could go Denzel Boston. They could go Casey Concepcion. They could go Chris Brazzell. I saw someone on Twitter yesterday say Chris Brazzell's better than Malik Neighbors. I wanted to throw my phone. I like a lot of these receivers. Chris Bell. But if Jordan Tyson's here, the Browns have never been a team to shy away from injury concerns. They just haven't been. Stick and pick Jordan Tyson. Let's see what happens. If Tyson falls to 37 and we draft him, I'll send him a personal apology. Handwritten. That would be sick. But I don't think so. That's just too hopeful. It's just too hopeful. Giants need to take their medicine in round 2 and just take like a corner or a guard. Bears. I kind of like Caden McDonald here. I feel like that's a popular pick, but I kind of like it a lot. So that's what I'm going to do. Bills. Bills are loving this because there's a bunch of edges on the board, and I think that's probably the position they'd go in. Because again, it's, you know, I keep looking at team needs and just feeling like I need to match it. I know it's not like strictly, oh, you got to match the team needs, but it is true. The Bills do need pass rush, and there are some guys on the board. I honestly think in a vacuum, I'd rather have Mesidor than Falk, so we're going Mesidor. I don't want Skylar Bell, man. Me too. I think Skylar Bell is good. I want a wide receiver named Bell. That's what I want. I want a wide receiver with the last name Bell. Either Chris Bell or Skylar Bell, one of them. Get a third rounder and take Skylar Bell. Neighbors and mini neighbors will run the league. I think I like it. I like it a lot. Let's look at Skylar Bell. 6-0 out of the Bronx. Hell yeah. Let's go. Let's go, man. Look at perfect triangle. Perfect. Yeah, 4'4", 40, 41 inch vert. Come on. Bryce Lance, like he was a big combine leader when it came to the athletic score. Like, come on, the relative athletic score? That's huge. Your confidence, Jermaine Burton. And DJ Moore. These guys are great. Flournoy. Studs. I love this website. You guys were right. You guys were so right about this website. All right, Niners. A lot of tackles in play here. Blake Miller, Hennichor. I don't want to though. You know what? Is EMW to the Niners here a crazy pick? Was that a crazy pick? Oh, Jeff Caldwell's an option I really like. Is Jeff Caldwell a receiver? I didn't see him. Jeez, it's a deep pull. 6'5" out of Cincy. There you go, I guess. Wow. Pretty good athletic score. What? Wow. Is this right? Wow. Holy shit. I'm sorry, what? He's 6'5", 216, and ran a 4.31, 42-inch vertical jump. So this guy's all traits. If he did that and is predicted to go in the 7th, this guy must have never caught a pass in college. Wow. I mean, it's not... Look, it's not the most impressive, like, you know, college career, but, like, these traits... Clearly not on a super talented Cincy team. I think EMW makes sense to the Niners. All right, then I'll do it. Then I'll do it. Jeez, yeah, a lot of freak wide receivers. Damn. This is what I mean. We're never going to get another bad receiver class in our life. I know everyone says that, but it's true. I kept going Caden McDonald to the Texans here. I don't think Lee Hunter's out of the question. Or any of these guys, honestly. Caleb Banks, Kristen Miller. I don't think any of these guys are out of the question. It's just about scheme fit, and I wish I knew the Texans scheme better. I do not. I have no idea what the Texans run. And what they need. So... It's going to be a D tackle. I wish I knew the Texans well enough to know which one it should be. If you had the same numbers on like Iowa or something, you'd be a second rounder. Yeah. Yeah, I bet. Yeah, so he went to Cincy, which is not a great school for wide receivers, apparently. All right, let's go Caleb Banks here, just for fun. Caleb Banks, you are a Houston Texan. I think the Chiefs, you know, the Chiefs could go Keldrick Falk here and they'd be thrilled. They could. Could you imagine Chiefs leave the draft with Mansour Delane and Keldrick Falk? That's a pretty good stack, frankly. I also don't think trading out, like if a team was to trade back in, it would be one of these 4 picks probably. But could the Chiefs count on getting a pass rusher in 4 picks? Ah, this is tough. I got an idea for a lot of who's going to get picked after this. I'm just trying to figure out what's more likely. Keldrick Falk to the Chiefs at 29, or the Cardinals move up to 29 and take Ty Simpson. That's where I'm at right now. Drop a like if you haven't already. Let's do it. Why not? Let's see what it would look like for the Cardinals to move up here. Let's do it. So you got pick 34 and 29. Obviously, that wouldn't do it. What would it take to move five spots? Maybe like 104? Like, is that too rich? I guess not. I mean, I don't know what the Jimmy Johnson trade spreadsheet has to say, but 104? Maybe get back 169 or something? I don't think that's crazy. I don't want to accuse them of tank, but I'm going to anyway. I think the Cardinals are set on being bad this year. Oh, what a unique season it is. The Cardinals are set on being bad. Let's do it. Cardinals move up. Let's go. 34 and 104 for 29 and 169, and they don't play. And they redshirt Ty Simpson. Get it, Cardinals? And they redshirt Ty Simpson. They take Garrett Nussmeier. Could you imagine? Could you imagine Cardinals move up and take Nuss? Oh my God, that would light the draft on fire. Drew Aller, no one's QB2. Down here at 175, by the way. That's your guy's boy, isn't it? Right there with Carson Beck. That's your boy. And Sawyer Robertson. Where's Pavia? Why is Pavia so damn low? What the hell? Does anybody have, like, any of these late quarterbacks that they just, like, have a weird feeling it's going to be good? Like, that's where I am with Tommy Castellanos. Drew Aller 29. Like, what's, like, your guys' like, late round quarterback that you're taking a flyer on? Mark Gronowski? Miller Moss, perhaps? Joey Aguilar? A lot of these guys are going to go undrafted. Blake Shapen. Out of Mississippi State. He went to Ole Miss, right? For a little bit? And then moved? I feel like he went to Ole Miss. There you go. Baylor. Damn, my bad. Went to Mississippi State the whole time. Shit. Who? Cheating with who? Diana Russini and Mike Vrabel. It's the talk of the town. Everyone's all up in arms about it. See, you just... I'm just refreshing my Twitter page. Like, Diana Russini's talking about her marriage. Whoa. Why do we need to keep... Why do we need to take a running back at 5? That's the whole thing. Hey, you see Diana Russini getting anonymous sources? Yeah, man. Everyone's talking. Everyone's talking about it. Basically, Diana Russini and Mike Vrabel were shot holding hands in at the team meeting. So now they're like, oh, it's an affair. That's an affair. No doubt about it. Carson Beck's going to stumble his way into winning a playoff game at some point. Mark my words. Kyron Durant's some dog, and I could see him randomly having a Tyrod Taylor career. Ooh, that's a pretty bold claim. A Tyrod Taylor career is nothing to sneeze at. That is a respectful comp. Tyrod Taylor's a career veteran who's always been reliable. Does anyone dislike Tyrod Taylor? I feel like Tyrod Taylor's never a bad pickup for a team. Oh, just a steady backup. Hate him or love him. He wasn't great on the Giants, but he was steady. You know, it's Tyrod Taylor. You don't expect you're going to win the damn Super Bowl, okay? But if I'm the Cardinals here, Blake Shapen. Probably be more like Ty Simpson, but whatever. Miami. Miami's tricky. Miami could go a few ways if the board falls like this. Keldrick Falk would make sense. That wouldn't be a bad net. Imagine, I did the same thing with the Chiefs. Could you imagine a team with 2 first-round picks leaving the draft with 2 players that went in the first round? But seriously, though, Keldrick Falk and Francis Maui-Noah, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. I don't know. His Chargers position, apparently, that's true. There you go. Crouchy Southpaw. If you're riding like Vrabel and Rossini were embracing like that one. Yes, that was the meme. It's like they're the Coldplay concert again. It's like, no, they're not. They went to a hot tub. It's not the same thing. You're allowed to platonically go into a hot tub. We can all agree on that, right? I feel like man would go wide receiver. I do too. That's where I'm at. That's what I'm saying. It's like Keldrick Falk. Giants fan 10's basically doing this mock. Like, that's what I'm saying, though. It's like Keldrick Falk would be a good pick here, but wide receiver makes more sense. And they really could. Hell, they could go Brazzle. The way people are talking about Chris Brazzle, they could go Brazzle. I feel like their durability. The thing with this board is I'm not a Denzel Boston guy, and it feels like Casey Concepcion is just not. He's just not medically cleared. But I think he'll go in the first, and I don't think he's going to go in the next 2 picks. So by that logic, he should be the pick here at 30. They got to give Willis someone to throw to. You're probably right. It's not going to be Denzel Boston. I will say Casey does feel very Packers wide receiver, and I think that's the kind of system the Dolphins are trying to build. Short, kind of gadget Z guy. Well, he's not really a Z, he's more of a slot guy, but still. Like a slot wide receiver that can kind of play on the outside if you really, really wanted him to. He's not going to block, that's for sure. Not really great comps for KC here. He's got a stutter, though. He's a cool guy. I like him. Casey Concepcion. Brazzle's overrated. I'm starting to think so as well. He's fun to scout, but let's not... I'm just mad because the Titans fan said that Chris Brazzle's better than Malik Neighbors. I just got really mad about that. I shouldn't care. I shouldn't care. Patriots sitting here, Max Hennicore, and Seahawks sitting here, Colton Hood. There you go. Overall draft grade for the Ravens was a B. Okay. You say so. A+ for the Vikes, and A- for the Giants. This is actually way better than PFF. You can actually like follow everything that you did. So yeah, feel pretty good with this. Giants net an extra what? Wait. Oh, okay. Why did they do it like this? Wait, yeah, sent, received. Wait, why? Okay. Either way, Giants netting an extra second round pick, moving up next year as well. Corey Coleman jump scare. We're debating that what cheating is. This is a Seinfeld episode. Yeah, it is actually. Yeah, it is. That's a true take though, JK. God forbid John get excited for the A+ for Dylan Thieneman. But no, yeah, we're debating what is cheating and what is not cheating. I watched, by the way, I don't know if you guys it should be that's the catchphrase around here. I don't know if you guys do X thing. There's a channel, Tejas Huler. Yep, got it. This is a good video. Obviously, it's 50 minutes long, looks great. This guy makes good stuff. I can tell he's really pretentious, but he's a good guy. Seems like a, he makes good stuff, and this video is really interesting. So that's what I thought about when we had this whole conversation. But the question isn't whether or not Rossini and VRABEL are cheating. They're not. They're like, it's not like a debate of whether or not going to a hot tub is cheating. It's the fact that Page 6 and every NFL reporter right now that's, God forbid we go get some actual stories. Well, let's talk about, let's get Ollie Coleman on the case here for Mike Vrabel and Diana Rossini's apparent affair of them holding hands and hugging at a luxury. It's just like, I could read this headline 100 times and still not really like grasp how ridiculous it is. Like they held hands and hugged. What? How could it be? I can't rage bait as well as Ashkan. No, believe me, Ashkan's a one of one. It's just because I know Ashkan, and I like most people rage bait for the bit. I know this guy doesn't. I know he doesn't. Someone got to give me percentages of how many Pats Titan fans reports Dan Rossini's broken for me to give an accurate take. That's a fair point. I mean, apparently everyone's coming out. Every video Diana Rossini's ever been in now is like seeing the light of day. Who broke it was Sirianni pulling the strings that threw PJ under the bus after 23. Wait, what? Right, it's like a whole web of lies here, apparently.
There was some disconnect, right, between them in their personalities.
Were they not on the same page the entire year? Because I want to stop you because that's what you just said is important to the conversation because they started 10-1. Everything was all rosy. You never heard about their relationship. All of a sudden, they finished really, really bad.
Those 10 wins were a grind from what I was told. Every win felt like a really big feat for them because of the challenges. Could
you imagine getting 10 wins and every win feeling like a big deal? Could you imagine that? I couldn't. Giants have won 10 games in the past 2 seasons.
That they were facing in terms of what they were doing on offense. It was Nick Sirianni's show.
100%.
It was all Nick.
Yep.
Play call, everything you saw on that field was Sirianni.
BJ is for Brian Johnson, I think.
It's a relationship that's a work in progress, right? So last year, there was some disconnect, right, between them
nasty work
in their
to do,
personalities.
Were they not on the same page the entire year?
See, that's well said. Well said. You could choose one of two things today. You can either there's some news has been broken, right? You can either follow the Diana Rossini, Mike Vrabel, tabloids, whatever, or you can follow more around here. What's going on in the politics world? And to be honest with you, I'd rather not. Not today. And I certainly would not want to check out the Lakers getting completely gobsmacked by the Thunder. The Lakers G League team, basically. Drew Timmy's out there starting, for God's sake. But again, I don't have to search Diana Rossini. This is the talk of the town. Marcellus Wiley.
I just don't believe
in coincidence. Did you guys know Marcellus Wiley was still doing stuff? I didn't. Apparently, he's got a silver play button. What the hell am I doing?
Incidences. I don't believe in Look, if she was butt ugly, the ugliest, nasty, one, will y'all even be there? Two, would you even interact like that? Yeah. Like I always go to these extremes when I want to find out something real or not. This is at least emotional, like,
Don't
intimacy. Like, y'all cooler than
cheating.
the average relationship, which is cool. But if when you married and you a coach and you a reporter, y'all know y'all crossing some lines. Now, did y'all cross all the lines? I wasn't in the room. I wasn't there.
Wasn't in the room? What do you mean? What wasn't in the room? Were they crossing all the lines? How about sex? Is that not a line? Am I, guys? I know I keep talking about this. I can't get past this. It's War Room Wednesday. Am I like missing something here? Did I not read a part of the story? Like I have tried on this stream to like really, what is going on with this Diana Rossini, Mike Vrabel thing? And you got Marcellus Wiley being like, well, they didn't cross every line as far as we know. And it's like, well, that's a platonic hug, man. That is a platonic hug. Giants didn't even get 10 wins when they won a Super Bowl. That's a great point. That's a great point. Either time. To be fair, that was the 16-game season. Otherwise, the Giants would be back and huge. I'm not even a fan of Rossini because of what you said about the Vikings last year, but all the reckless speculation on this is so dumb. That's what I mean. And I feel like me talking about it, I'm part of the problem. But at the same time, I feel like we're speculating the speculation at this point. It's not like... It's like, again, say what you will about Diana Rossini, and God forbid Josina Anderson got involved with something like this. But like, oh man, NFL fans are just so damn horny. You know what I mean? In a way that like there's no other way to put it. In a way that I feel like a lot of other sports fans aren't. Is that a crazy thing to say? I don't know. I feel like the Charger fans with Madison Beer, they freak me out. Like, oh God, Madison Beer's dating my quarterback. So it's like I'm dating Madison Beer. And it's like, that's not how things work. I know a lot of Giants, no. I see a lot of Giants fans on Twitter obsessed with whether or not Jackson Dart's getting bitches. It's like, I don't care. Like, I don't care. I want to win football games. I'm weird like that, I guess. I'm in the minority of football fans that care about what happens between the lines on the gridiron. Like Marcellus Wiley and Kellerman's a top 5 sports podcast duo of all time, but man, he's so lame sometimes. Yes, Max Kellerman's is the GOAT. I love Max Kellerman, and I miss Will Cain before he went all Republican. But yeah, Marcellus Wiley, he's good for some bad takes. He's good for some good takes. You can't take the good with the bad. He's such a weird shit stir. Like that, people are that bored they got to latch onto this. Yeah. Oh, people are latching onto this. Gotta feel, people are like, imagine Diana Rossini's kids. Don't you feel bad for them with their mom out whoring out with Mike Vrabel? And it's like, no, I feel bad for them because everyone on Twitter is talking about how their mom is cheating on their dad because they had a fight one time and she talked about it on a podcast. Diggs probably sent Vrabel the Denzel meme. God help me. I just watched that movie, actually. That meme made me want to watch, I think it's called Flight, with it's the Scully movie where like he flies the plane and like flips it over. Good film. I'd seen the clip of him flying like a million times on YouTube Shorts. I figured I may as well just watch the stupid movie. So that's what I did. Pre-Republican Will Cain was like D Rose before the ACL tear. Dude, that should be a Mayhem Monday. Power ranking just sports pundits. Get Bill Simmons in there. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do that next week. We're gonna sit down and talk about some sports analysts and go way back. We'll even throw Mad Dog in there, and I can finally give my Mad Dog rant. One of my least favorite analysts, and then we can talk about Stephen A. Which I don't know if you guys know or not, but Stephen A. Smith is a journalist. He's a guy who talks on ESPN. Imagine explaining Stephen A. Smith to like an alien. Just be like, wait, so he has opinions about sports and athletes get mad at him for having opinions. It's like, yeah, well, he says crazy stuff. It's like, why does he say crazy stuff? It's like, well, people want to watch him say crazy stuff. Like, but if it's wrong and it's not accurate, then why do people watch? Well, they don't. They just put it on as background noise. And it's like, so then why is he such a success? It's like, he's not. Everyone hates him. So then what's happening here. You know, it's a crazy equation, basically. Sports pundit tier maker. We're gonna do it. We're gonna do it, man. But yeah, let's finish this Marcel Wiley clip. I really do want to see what the hell he has to say. Mad Dog was like Bob Cousy for his time, all-time great, but only for his time. I feel like, okay, would you guys take? And I know we got some Giants fans here, so probably a little biased, but Mad Dog or Mike Francesca? That's a guy who's gotta get on the tier list. Mike Francesca is a real OG. He is the definition of a real OG. I would love to see Mike Francesca, Mike Florio, and you know what? Get Mike Tirico in there. Just get every Mike journalist, and just get him in there, and then put a microphone in the room, and then see what happens. I think that would be a fun show.
There with y'all, but I do know I don't want my wife being hugged up like this.
I realize Mad Dog's name is not Mike, but get him on there as well. Francesca easily, really. I guess that's you can't be from New York and not pick Mike Francesca there, or Francesca.
I don't want my husband being hugged up like this.
So if you're following along at home, we are now watching Marcellus Wiley look at a tweet as we're looking at a tweet of Marcellus Wiley. Fucking adore Mike Francesca. He's such a crash out, but it's so funny. I wish he talked about less baseball. That's why I feel like I'm boxed out, because he talks about so much baseball. Steve Mongo McMichael from the 85 Bears confirmed to have CT a year after his passing from ALS. I did see that. Very sad stuff. Very sad stuff. Pour one out for Steve McMichael. Mongo.
Quick. Get around that beer belly. I definitely don't want you locking
so
fingers and her looking down like it's a marriage proposal.
What a 4D moment this is. Oh my God, really, Twitter? It couldn't save our spot. I just wanted to clean up the page.
That looked like a bucket of Heineken's and that water is shooting. I don't know.
Bucket of Heineken's? Where? We're making stuff up.
Look,
There's
if you
no
put a gun in my head, don't shoot.
Heinekens.
I can't say it, dog. Don't do it. Don't shoot. But yeah, that don't look good. And I know it was a sleepless night in their crib. Let's just say that. Ain't nobody going to bed in that house. No. You got some explaining to do.
Maybe I'm just young.
And it's crazy because you can't explain that away. And I've dealt with worse.
I'm going to ask everyone I know
I've dealt
about
with
this.
Worse.
Football
and you ain't explaining it away. It's just, are you going
sitting together at a hot tub cheating? Is a platonic hug at an owners meeting cheating? Just got into the stream. I was so confused what kind of cheating we're talking about at first. We're talking about coaches and reporters, which probably doesn't narrow it down much.
Look at all the things you guys have together, all the things you guys have made together, kids, family, structure. And look, you don't have the smoking gun, but boy, do you have a bullet. Some fingerprints. You got a lot.
No, you don't.
But
no, you don't.
Get
oh my God. No, you don't. There's no bullet, bro. What bullet is there? What bullet? The non-existent the bucket of Heinekens?
Never jokes. That's the problem. All right, be up in the comments. Let me know you think he cracked.
This is all AI picks. That's not. They could be.
Ooh,
they very well could be.
She can't walk in another locker room.
Imagine.
Not the locker rooms I was in. Oh, them jokes is coming. Pause. For real. If I'm in the NFL right now, Diana Rossini walking in, I'm like, hey.
That's pretty funny.
Let's go.
That's really shitty, but that's pretty funny. If these were AI, if they came out and said, no, that was actually AI, that'd be pretty damn funny. I saw someone put the Sora filter over the John Morant, we'll be fine in the West video, which I thought was hilarious. He was a Belichick prodigy after all. So yeah, that's everyone's throwing that one out there. And God knows we've covered Jordan Hudson on this channel. Yeah, exactly though. Exactly. I'm putting the odds on this being an affair at plus 220. Wow, that's a bit rich. I'm putting and maybe I'm just naive. Maybe I'm like, they're not having sex in the pictures, so they can't be cheating. There's a very real possibility they are cheating. However, I'd say the majority of chances, which I guess would be plus 220. I guess the majority of outcomes, I should say, would be they're not cheating. Is it just photos? It is literally It is these three. No, actually, sorry. Here is the entire article. We went through it. Here's the entire article. Okay, so here's we're told Rossini here by the pool and VRABEL left the area separately. So we're being told that they left the area separately. Well, of course, it wasn't confirmed, other than the fact that they are walking alone here. Whatever. Mike Vrabel seemed to like you see the reaches here. Like, do you understand why I'm so worked up about this? It's like, oh, he seemed like he was in a good mood. He wasn't grumpy or anything. So they must have like been flirting, and maybe they were. You guys, I'm sure. Like, if you guys ever been around a high school head coach, a high school football coach, oh my God, bro, these dudes flirt with every woman in the county. Of course. It's not great. We probably shouldn't just sweep it under the rug, but it is, it's the tricks of the trade. You get a lot of attention as a coach. It's just how it works. It's the same thing as being a stand-up comedian. Kind of, not really, but still. You're in a public forum, everybody wants to talk to you, and it's like, you can't just brush people away. If Diana Rossini and Mike Vrabel want to be friends, no one's going to knock them. And Diana Rossini's married to a Shake Shack exec. Like I said earlier, I'd much rather marry a Shake Shack exec than an NFL head coach. And Mike Vrabel also married. I like how Bob Kraft's wife looks younger. That's so brutal. Yeah, but like these are the pictures attached in the article. It's like, here's her on a boat. This is them discussing things back in 2018. Here's her on a red carpet. Here's a reporter room. Is Diana Rossini even in here? I don't even see, like, I'm getting closer to the screen. I don't even see Diana Rossini in this picture. See what I mean? They're like, well, Mike Vrabel does talk to the press, as you can see, as pictured. He's not just like, So again, it's just, and these are the pictures they got. We had to get through all that just to get to the actual pictures, which is, hey, how you been? Hug. Ass out hug, by the way. Look at the scenery. They went to the pool and then said, you know what? Let's go to the hot tub. Cheating. That's it. That's 15 out of 15. That's the whole thing. That's the whole story right there. They spent an hour and a half at the pool. And now everyone's talking about them cheating. They spent 90 minutes, the length of the Garfield movie 2024, at the pool. And now everyone's talking about it. Like, I'm sorry. I'm way over talking about this issue. I spent more time on Mike Vrabel than I did about linebackers, but I can't. Is it more believable than Jimmy Butler and Rachel Nichols getting back? No, so that actually happened. So that actually happened for sure. That for sure happened. Because that's I'm so glad you brought that up. I was trying to remember like what this reminds me of, and it is exactly that. Except when that happened, there was so much different context. One, they were all in the bubble, so I'm sure every NBA player cheated on their spouse in the bubble. Okay, and a couple of them probably hit two birds with one stone, cheated on them with each other. Neither here nor there. What I'm saying is, in those videos, what's her name? Not Kay Adams. I already forgot it. Rachel Nichols. She's like very heavily flirting with Jimmy Butler. Like, you can see it. You can see the energy. So people are trying to like correlate that to little interviews that Mike Vrabel and Rossini have done. And it's like, no, they're just doing a regular interview though. Like they're just conversing. Like people will see this and be like, oh, they're getting it on for sure.
My son, Carter.
Like, oh, look at the flirty energy between these two. Get a room, you two. Whoops. It's just so damn sickening. Mac. Look. Two people that are hopelessly in love with each other. I'm mad. This story's stupid as hell. You have plus 350, not a language expert, but that hug doesn't look sexual to me. Kind of a side hug. Exactly. Yes. The biggest non-politic story I keep seeing this morning is that Aubrey Plaza is pregnant a year after her husband's passing. Whoa. I saw Aubrey Plaza in the little like what's happening side, but I didn't actually click on it because most of the time that's just one big lie. Although in the what's happening, really? No way. We'll get back to Vrabel in a second. I just want to see if this is actually like really happening. She cheated on her husband? Pregnant with her baby 1 year after her husband's death? Wait, no, so she didn't cheat on him. Wait. Separated in 2024, 4 months before his 2025 death. She played her first partner with Christopher Abbott. I didn't know Aubrey Plaza's dating again. What? I thought I still had a chance. What? This is Twitter, man. This is Twitter. This is Twitter. You know what? I might be the first. I'm breaking new ground here. Twitter hates women. There you go. There you go. They like to run with stories. And of course, Eagles fans are like, how dare Diana Rossini disrespect her husband who's an Eagles fan? It's like, great. I'm glad the Eagles fans can come out of the woodwork and start defending each other. That's great. Cult. Kay Adams fair news cycle would be insane. See, that would be worth following. That would be really something. Because I feel like Kay Adams, man, like I feel like she'd do it. I feel like Kay Adams is probably, you know, I bet you Kay Adams has been to a hot tub with a player. I'll say that. I'll say that for sure. I like that. That's a gimme. Okay. Aubrey Plaza is way too attractive, man. Yeah, amen to that. Did anyone watch Honey Don't with Aubrey Plaza and who else was in that? Was Dakota Johnson? I know Chris Evans was in it. It was Aubrey Plaza and someone else. Never saw it, but I kind of wanted to check it out. Margaret Qualley, that's who it was. Yeah, Margaret Qualley and Aubrey Plaza in this like noir western mystery comedy type deal with Don Swayze playing Gary. Twitter hates women and other news. Water's wet. Yeah, no, I know that. I know. Like I said, I'm not breaking new ground here. All right, I'm just awful convenient that Diana was in town for his birthday. Wasn't in KC or Philly. Just happened to be in New England that day. Just funny how things happen. At Mr. Jerry OC. I like taking news at face value with the Prince user picture. I like taking news at face value. This got 4 likes. This could be entirely made up. But someone will see this. Of the 1.7 thousand people that saw this, someone will see this and then just clock it in their subconscious. And it'll just kind of get stacked on top of this whole Diana Rossini hate list. I feel bad. I feel genuinely bad for Diana Rossini. Diana, if you're watching, Hunnaball's gotcha. There you go. You can take that to the bank. Hunnaball's gotcha. Because this is a joke. This is crazy. This is getting more coverage than the Dexter Lawrence trade request. Look at this. Some thoughts on the Mike Vrabel. Can we watch Chase Senior's thoughts on the Diana Rossini Mike Vrabel situation? Maybe this guy's got a more nuanced take than I do. Maybe I'm just an idiot.
On the Diana Rossini Mike Vrabel situation, and I don't want to get too messy, but this is a big story. It involves the industry that I work in. I've worked alongside Diana at some of these big events for the NFL, and I've interviewed Mike Vrabel. First of all,
have you been in a hot tub with Mike Vrabel? Maybe Mike Vrabel's he's the kind of guy that, as they say in the show Ted, trims the crust off the bread. We love gay people around here. See, there's a wrestling controversy similar to the Aubrey Plaza thing, but I kind of get that one. A dude adopted the son of and is going to marry his dead best friend's widow. That's a little jeez. Yeah, that is a crazy story. His dead best friend's widow. Wait. Wow. See, okay, I see people are voting. We're getting a little bit more of a vote towards no. I like it. How long should you wait to have a kid with another person after your spouse is dead, or all's fair after the corpse is buried? Oh, that's a great question. I'm definitely not the person to answer that. Oh, boy. I feel it's a great question, though. If your spouse passes, how much time do you wait? According to Shannon Sharp, he's putting meat on somebody that night. I don't know if you guys have seen that video or not. So I'm putting meat on someone that night. If your spouse dies, how long does it take? What's the statute of limitations? That is so tough. I'm caught. There's a Curb episode about this, actually, and it's sports related as well. Basically, in the Curb episode, a great episode, Larry David's buddy kills himself because the New York Jets. That's a true storyline. The Jets were so bad that the guy killed himself in the show. And Larry David wanted to meet up, get with the guy's wife. So he starts flirting with her at the funeral, and everyone's just like cool with it. And I thought it was a pretty crazy storyline. So they do it, and then Larry David, yada yada yada, shit happens. But like the point is that Larry David goes for it at the funeral, like procession or whatever. So that's a lot. So it's like where is the line set? I feel like it's tough to put an objective number, but I'm gonna try. I don't think that hot tubs was cheating. I think getting with someone, welcome Dallas Crimson Tide, top of the afternoon. Mike Vrabel is a cheating bastard, apparently, and so is Diana Rossini. By the way, again, showing how sexist Twitter is, Mike Vrabel's catching no heat whatsoever. Diana Rossini is getting eviscerated. I don't know, dude, because I want to say like a couple months, but then again, it's like, what's the difference? What's the difference between a couple months and like a day of healing? You know what I mean? It's like, do you really get the full picture of like going through the 10 stages of grief in 2 months? Probably not. No matter what, it's going to be a rebound. If your partner dies, it's going to be a rebound. Fuck. Honestly, I think after thinking it through, I feel like it's fair game to just get with someone. Maybe not your best friend's widow, but like I feel like it's fair game. If you lose someone, I feel like and you want to heal by going and flirting and dating and whatnot, it's probably a little frowned upon. Some people aren't going to agree with it, but damn it, God's not going to be mad at you. At least I think. So yeah, don't covet the neighbor's wife. Well, you know. So he's Shane from The Walking Dead. Haven't seen that show, but I'll agree with you. I think 6 months to a year of grieving is fair. Okay, so that was okay. Giants fan 10 had an answer. I could overlook the hug or even the poolside chat, but getting into a one-on-one hot tub is a bridge too far in my eyes. IMO. All right. Hey, that's fair. That's fair. With me, I don't think so, but that's a fair take. 6 months, maybe a hookup is fine. A year relationship is fine. Respect matters, but everyone copes differently. Yeah, exactly. It's like, is it disrespectful? You know, oh God, let's watch this guy's video. I feel I can't like really give an opinion on this. I have an opinion on everything that's ever happened, but how long should you wait to date after your partner dies is just a little above my pay grade. I don't know, man. That's a tough question.
They are both married to
Maybe I'll know after Chase Sr. gives his spiel.
separate people. It's not a good look. Hanging out by the pool, in the hot tub on a private
That's how bad
rooftop
this looks with the
overlooking
grass.
the beautiful Arizona Red Rocks. It looked like a romantic situation. Now, of course, Rossini and Vrabel have both denied that there is no personal relationship going on there, and the photos don't involve the full context of what actually was happening. Okay, but both of them claim that they are at
Fair
this
enough.
resort in the lead up to the NFL league meetings with separate groups of friends, yet in all of the photos provided by the New York Post, there's no other people
All 3 photos, by the way, across the span of an hour and a half.
in the photos. And when they are interlocking fingers and hugging, it's going to lead to a lot of suspicion.
Okay, am I missing something? Where's the handhold? Are they interlocking fingers here? No. Are they interlocking fingers here? I don't think so. Where's that left hand, Mike? Where's that left hand? Diana Rossini's got her arms crossed. Maybe here? I don't think Vrabel's got the wingspan to get there. Where are they holding hands? Is there a like a picture that I'm missing? I know I'm going in circles here, but I feel like I'm in crazy town. Honestly, it's like that South Park episode where they left Randy and Gerald in the hot tub alone. It's just weird. It's just weird unless something else is going on between you two. I guess, but they work like this is business. Like this is a business expense. I'm sure to them, and I'm not saying there's not like some flirty energy within going into a hot tub, but like. First of all, there's some pretty adequate distance between each other. Second of all, they work together in theory. Like Diana Rossini could easily be talking shop or even getting a scoop. Like that's her job to hang out and like talk to coaches and like, you know, understand what's going on with their teams. And clearly she's friends with Mike Vrabel more so than like Ben Johnson. That's not much of a, you know, crazy thing to say. And so you're missing the casual disdain for women that will open your eyes. How this is all Diana's fault. Yeah, that's my bad, I guess. Yeah. Oh, I mean, apparently Chase Sr., who's worked with Diana Rossini before, he's seen her in passing. He knows more than I do, apparently.
And in the journalism industry, at the very least,
journalist types make me so mad sometimes. It's okay. They're really...
journalistic integrity
It's okay. It's all right.
Comes into
It's all
question
right.
here. The other thing too is the component of there being a conflict of interest. Diana Rossini is a senior NFL reporter for a major outlet.
That's
with
a
The
fair
Athletic.
point.
Her job
That is a fair
to
point.
break
That's an
news
objective
and
fact.
gather news, and she's getting this information from a lot of marquee NFL sources.
Right. How
And
do you
when
get that
she's
information? You
been
go to a
the one
hot
who's
tub with
been
coaches.
reporting on
Whatever.
the AJ Brown trade speculation the most, and the New England Patriots are looked at as the team that's going to trade for AJ, or at least the leaders in the clubhouse to do so. And Mike Vrabel is the head coach of New England. You can see why
I think the hot
it
tub's
gets a
weird,
little
everything
bit
else I don't give a
shady.
fuck about.
There's also
It's a
prior
little on the
allegations that
boundary for sure. It's a
Rossini
little on
had
the
an
border.
improper and inappropriate relationship
Jesus.
with Scott McLuhan,
I
the
want to hear
then
miss what
general
Chase is
manager of the
saying.
Washington Redskins, when she was a
Whoa.
reporter covering Washington. So the Athletic has taken the side of Rossini, and they've said that the photos don't show the full context. They better have decent evidence, I guess, that Rossini was in fact at this resort with a group of friends, because what it looked like to all of us is that there was some type of relationship going on. That's what the photos lead us to believe. So I'm interested to see what Rossini's next statement is, what the Athletic says, what the Patriots statement is if they release one, because when it comes to journalistic integrity in this industry, given the job that Rossini has, this is a big deal and not a good look.
Well, thanks for the 2 cents, Chase. But I think he's reaching here. I think that's a big stretch. I think this is a yoga stretch of information. Okay. And you can see Chase looking right down the barrel of the camera. Okay, this guy has worked with Diana Rossini. He's also worked in Washington, not with politics. He worked with the Manders. He's got some Ray-Ban shades, nice little over the shoulder kind of strap there. He might be holding the camera, might be holding the backpack, some sort of briefcase of some sort. Yeah. The question remains: is there any photos with her in other hot tubs? Maybe there's just it's just her business. That's a very bubbly hot one. See, had we considered that? That's what I said earlier. It's like if this was a golf course, no one would care. This is what I mean. It's sports. Sports are so funny, man, because people will say like, I like sports because it's away from the tabloids. It's away from the politics. It's away from all the fluff of the real world. I like just talking about objective facts and watching guys run into each other. And then shit like this happens, and it's all anyone can talk about. And but the thing is that NFL types will have it both ways, and they'll be like, well, you got to uphold the integrity of the game, but also, this is an interesting story. No, this is pretty wild. Isn't this pretty crazy? And it's like, well, which one is it? Is it that you have to uphold the integrity of the sport and of journalism? Because in a way, I'd argue reporting on this is a little disingenuous. Frankly, he's like, this is a job. This is my job to cover the sport. It's like, well, this isn't covering the sport though. So this is the thing, right? It's like, if you want to kind of bend the line a little bit of what is ethically journalistic, right? Then you also kind of have to stick to that. You know what I mean? I guess I've made my point. It just kind of feels a little hypocritical. That's all. I mean, a golf course would be a different context though. But like, by how much? Like, I know a hot tub is like intrinsically a little more intimate, but like, come on, dude. Like, they're pretty far away from each other. It's not like they're up on each other. Like, this is not, hold on. This is not. Okay. Perfect example, right? Perfect example. This is from Euphoria. Perfect example. We don't even need sound because God knows I'll get copywritten, right? Okay. So look at this. This is a spoiler alert for Euphoria season 2, but not really. Okay. So you got Nate. You got Nate and Cassie here, right? Who are not dating, mind you, who are not dating at this point in the show. They're, Sydney Sweeney's hammered, and they're right next to each other. And Alex, no, not Alex, that's her real name. What guy? Maddie, I always forget her name. Maddie doesn't even bat an eye. She doesn't even get mad about it. Then, Cassie yaks and whatnot, as you can see by the title of the video. And like, this girl gets sad and upset. They ruined her character, man. They ruined Kat's character. But anyways, the point is that Maddie's not even mad, right? That Cassie is in the hot tub with her man right next to each other. This is incalculably closer than Mike Vrabel and Diana Rossini were. Look, compare these two people that, you know, their relationship's a little ambiguous at this point in the show, but still, like, they're, you know, getting there. And then you have this, which is like, oh, done deal affair. They're in daytime at a hot tub with a glass of water. Like, come on. Golf is the least sexual sport. It would make it different. But, like, it's like they're in a pool. Oh, man. Would it make more sense for the dude taking the photos to prove they were doing stuff? Apparently, he did his job. Apparently, the guy who was creeping on Mike Vrabel and taking pictures of him walking in and out of the pool, apparently this guy got a raise because he did his job. It's like, wow, this is good stuff, man. Okay, I think I've covered this enough. It's a public hot tub, though, with a lot of people around. I don't know if you're talking about the Euphoria scene or this, but this is also public. There are people here. Both are public hot tubs. Like, there are people here. Who is that? Who is that? I see a woman and a guy there. What if that's, like, Andy Reid? Had we considered that? What if that's... I can't even tell. A bearded head coach. Sean McDermott? No, Sean McDermott doesn't have a beard. Brian Dable. What if that's Dabes? What if that's Dabes? I feel like Dabes would need a couple more chairs, but still, I feel like that's What if that's Dabes and a woman? And no one's got anything to say about it now, huh? Oh, because the girl's not a reporter because of journalistic integrity? Oh, yeah. Let's talk about journalistic integrity while Dave Portnoy is talking on Fox Sports. Okay. This is getting out of scope. We've talked about this enough. We've talked about this enough. I gotta move on. I'm sorry. Who do you think will hit next? Mina Kimes or Kay Adams? Kay Adams is awesome. I love Kay Adams. I wish, God, man, if a genie gave me one wish, man, get me on a podcast with Kay Adams, dude. That'd be so funny. Could you imagine a Hunna's halftime Hinge update with Kay Adams, like right there, or Mina Kimes, or who else? Katie Nolan, any of them? Could you imagine that? Like, what do you guys think of this? What do you think of this pickup line? What do you think of... I thought I was going on a date with a tight end, ended up being a right tackle. What do you think Kay Adams would say in response to that? I don't know, man. I don't know, dude. Kay Adams is such a flirt, and no one gives her any heat. Diana Rossini. I do think part of this story, by the way, for the record, that Chase forgot, our boy Chase here, left out, was Diana Rossini does have a bit of a background with this kind of stuff. That's the one thing that's a little sus that I'll give you guys. But as far as the objective evidence that we've seen, I'm not buying it. There's no smoking gun. There's no bullet. There's no, this is a bad look. They're doing their jobs without their spouses present. If their relationships and marriages have any kind of stability and trust, this should be a non-talking point in their households. It should be like, they should be mad at the photographer. Like, honestly, Mike Vrabel and Diana Rossini's partners should be mad at the photographer, not at their spouses. You gotta have trust. You gotta have trust. Damn. An NFL coach lives on the road. Could you imagine? All these people projecting their relationship issues. It's like, come on, have some faith. Have some faith. GMFB died when Kay left. I don't disagree with you. But Seth Rollins has showed up, and he's excited for the new look Giants. Couldn't have made it up. couldn't ask for a better Twitter refresh. I know he had her screaming. Look at this. No. Like, what the fuck, man? Like,
words to me. He's
last thing. Let's just watch this. Last thing.
an Eagles fan. And I'm like, this can't be a thing. Like, I don't want to be the household that is shaped by the result of a football game.
Right. We all need to rally around this man. Let him know his family's here for him in his time of need. Go Birds. It's like Twitter replies aren't real life, but like, come on. Yeah, dude. Insane work. Insane work. That's what I'm saying. This is the kind of stuff people are talking about with Vrabes and Rossini. Look, this is the whole feed. This is my whole feed. I know, because I know me searching Diana Rossini is playing into that a little bit, but still, I'm gonna get off the stream and scroll Twitter and do the same thing. I'm just gonna be scrolling like, is there actually a story here? As you can see, this is a screenshot of a tweet of a screenshot of a Reddit post on Twitter. Whatever. My favorite Sean McVay story is that one time 2 reporters got into a drunken fist fight outside a chain restaurant at a Redskins training camp because McVay was hooking up with both of them and never knew it. An all-timer. Apparently it was Britt McHenry and Diana Rossini, according to this blog post from 2015. Wow. Jeez. Well, that's interesting. But again, no one's giving Sean McVay any fault. No one's saying, oh, Sean, like an all-timer right here. Look at it. People are like, Sean McVay is awesome. Isn't Sean McVay cool? No one's giving VRABEL shit. You just support our fellow Eagles fan. Tweet sent from out John. Yeah, man. Twitter is merciless. On the bright side, it looks like 9's improving his throwing mechanics. Yeah, on the bright side, 9 is coming back. Kyler Murray lit a fire under his ass. This is also worth mentioning in this conversation. I like, you know, again, the Diana Rossini thing. We have beaten this topic to absolute hell. I think I've done more than an hour on Diana Rossini today. As you could, I really wanted to make a video about it, but I knew there wasn't enough there. So I figured may as well really enjoy the discussion on live stream. Black Sports Online reported Wednesday that Jessica McCallahan, I get that? Jessica McCluckin? That one. Jessica McCluckin, the wife of Washington Redskins general manager Scott McCluckin, accused ESPN reporter of Diana Rossini on Twitter of exchanging sexual favors for information and of being her husband's side chick. That's not as good of a look. But again, this came out a very, very, very long time ago. Convenient that people are bringing this out now. I can't believe I'm sitting here defending Diana Rossini this much. You'd think I'd be a Diana Rossini fan more than a Giants fan. Look at the Patriot way. Yeah, seriously. That I'll give you. That I'll give you. Hey, those Eagles fans became 23 when they got the Super Bowl champions shirts. Hey, come on, have some respect. Have some respect for the Philly fans. Oh God, man, I've seen this Jordan Hudson picture a lot of times. Not because I'm a creep, but because I've edited a lot of stuff. Pretty much every one of my last, like, I don't know, few videos has mentioned Jordan Hudson in one way or another. And this picture of her and Bill Belichick were one of the few times they've ever been seen in public at the NFL honors. So I figure it's a good one to use for thumbnails and stuff. Yeah, man. By the way, this GIF, this guy, man. I know. I don't think things didn't pan out super well for this guy. This video, oh my God, is that video funny? It's so messed up, but that video is so hilarious. Oh man. Diana Rossini being the coach's community stress ball is the funniest story of the offseason. See, that's the reach we're making now. Fatal Gaming. It's like, oh well, she must be fucking every coach. It's like, well. If the Athletic wants to give me a job, I'm defending your girl right now. I'm defending your girl. So if anyone from the Athletics watching, let me know. Let me know. I'll get there. I'll say what you want me to say. I'll make a case. I'll write an article about why Diana Rossini is cleared. I'll write a full-ass piece about flip the mirror on our guy Chase. There's a wide receiver in the draft named Jordan Hudson. I hope the Pats draft him. That would be funny. Is he good? Is he as good as Chris Brazzell? Hold on, wait. Let's see this real quick. Wow, I'm getting quick on this computer. Oh, there is a Jordan Hudson out of SMU. Wow. Look at this. Holy hell. Well, there you go. John called it. Put that in your pipe. Yeah. So look, I mean, this is... Mike Vrabel and Sharon Moore tearing up the marriage counseling rec league. This is another phenomenal question that I've been wondering for days, but now's no time. Now's no time.
Doesn't have a head coaching job right now. That's why, like, Vrabel doesn't have a head coaching job right now.
I don't think that there was a fit for him. I don't think he sat in front of any owner who thought that his style was going to work for what they were looking for. Do you know I had a GM
currently
at
Murray,
the
9 and
Bowl
Wentz,
who
over
mentioned-
under on how many weeks before the team cycled through all 3? That's a great question. I'll say 6. I'll say 6. And I'll tell you, the take I'm sticking with is that JJ McCarthy will be the starter by, at some point. JJ McCarthy will be like the set starter. Such a good question. I've never gotten a good answer. See, it's a great question. How do women decide? When does it happen? It's a great questions. You see, you got like, but yeah, I'm going 6 to answer your question, Crafty Southpaw. But I'm rolling with 9. I'm rolling with 9, dude. I'm telling you, man. I'll get a jersey. I will. I'll get a jersey, man. I'm rolling with 9. That's the energy we're bringing. On a real note, I'm a working journalist. I think the Rossini situation is just odd. Nothing illegal is happening because the journalist code of ethics aren't legally binding. But is it? I appreciate your insight, first of all, Fatal Gaming. I love that, working as a journalist. Yeah, me too. Kidding. This is not journalism. This is me talking to a computer. But I just kind of feel like journalist code of ethics is like a little more broad than this. Still, it's complicating because her role as an NFL insider. No, it is complicating. I get it. But it's not like I'm not sitting here saying it's a good look. But does it say in the journalistic code of ethics that you can't like enter a hot tub with someone of the opposite sex? You know, right? Like everyone's woke until you get into a hot tub, you know? Because if it were 2 guys, no one would care. If it were 2 women, no one would care. If they were on a golf course, no one would care. I understand that there are some implications with a hot tub and a guy and a woman alone, but I don't think there's enough there to call her character and integrity into question this much. This is such a story now that like the Athletic might have to fire her over like talking to a coach, which is her job. It's her job to do this.
To me.
So now every video Diana Rossini has ever talked about Mike Vrabel, people are pulling up, and Polymarket Football's got a take saying like, oh, wow, so she knows stuff about coaches. That's a little suspect. And it's like, she's a fucking reporter.
Vrabel's physical.
We'll finish this clip and then we'll move on. I'm sorry for going so long about this.
Very large human being and can be very intimidating to people in an organization that are going to be part of these decisions. And that is a factor, which I laughed. I said, stop. That's not something that's real. Who cares what someone physically looks like? And he said, I'm just telling you, I've been in rooms and somebody's physical presence can make a difference.
What is your sense of why like Vrabel does?
He's too damn huge. Again, not exactly great in this context. When you put it all together, there's a non-zero chance that they are in fact cheating on their spouses. But I don't think that the pictures are the smoking gun, as everyone's saying. I can't wait for Skip and Stephen A's take on this. Truly, what they say will be taken as gospel. That's the funny thing. That's the edge we have around here, because mainstream like news outlets and like journalism places are not going to be able to cover this as authentically as you'd want to. Whereas, like, the independent people, Marcellus Wiley, your boy, Chase even, friend of the channel, Chase, yeah, we can all just say what we think and just live with it. We can all say it in the chat as well. We can all kind of exchange ideas. But yeah, so speaking of The Athletic, let's see if The Athletic's even writing about this. I wonder. I feel like they are, but this is also, like, their own conflict of interest. Dane Brugler dropped his draft guide. We should look at this. Let's see, though. Drama in Milwaukee. Dexter Lawrence wants a trade. Mendoza's not going to the draft. Suck it, Raiders fans. Michigan won March Madness. You see? As you can see, I read this story. I was doing my my crash outs video on Monday. I saw this, but didn't think it was notable enough to, bring up. Nothing about Diana Rossini. Scroll the whole page. Nothing. There's WNBA free agency. Is that a Satu Sabali? Is she a free agent? Wow. Jonquil Jones is wow. Okay, hold on here. You guys okay? I should read this in my own time. I should read this in my own time. It's like, where's Alyssa Thomas gonna go? Will the Liberty move Ionescu to point guard? These are big questions, guys. Have the Fever solved their power forward problem? What I like about the WNBA is there's only like 12 teams, so you can really get a full understanding pretty quickly. No Diana Rossini's business on here. I kind of just wanted to do the connections, but let's see Dane Brugler's The Beast really quick. So I'm sure this is fun. Live reacting to Dane Brugler's draft guide. Get ready for me to get excited, just seeing like graphics. The Beast 2026, the world's most comprehensive NFL draft guide. It's a result of thousands of hours, interviews, film studies, conversations with scouts, coaches, agents, and other decision makers. Well, hopefully none of those conversations were in a hot tub, because then your journalistic integrity will be questioned, Dane. And then what? So you can download the PFF if you want. This is his top 10 overall. Arvell, Jeremiah Love. God, I love this website. The Athletic and the Ringer just do such great UI. Mendoza, Styles, Downs, Mansour Delane, Dave Bailey, going to number 7 overall. Spencer Fano being the top rated offensive lineman. Very interesting. Not our guy, but you're starting to get some smoke for sure. Ruben Bain, right up there, and then Carnell Tate just outside the top 10. Any big surprises here? Ty Simpson at 2, not really. There's Drew Aller, your guys' boy. No Pavia. But did he talk about all 99 quarterbacks? Are you serious? Wow. He ranked every quarterback. Diego Pavia, 7th round of free agent. Did he write like a piece? Wow. Holy shit. This is pretty intense. This is a lot. I would recommend checking this out, fellas, if you haven't already. It came out today, so probably not. The Dane Brugler's The Beast story, which, by the way, Emmett Johnson getting some love, and Katron Allen. I agree with this. I like these running back rankings. I completely agree with these running back rankings. Mike Johnson climbed up the board. Heidenreich getting some love. It'd be really bad if she was a Patriots beat reporter, but since she's a national reporter of The Athletic, in theory, she's able to do her job even if she's found cheating with my goat. It would be worse if she was a Patriots beat reporter. That's another fair point. Athletic, can we please get back to talking about the files, please? Yeah. Have we checked in on Steve Tisch lately? Shout out to Houston getting their WNBA team back. That's right. Houston Comets, I want to say. Coming back. Coming home. Homecoming. Yeah, coming home. Homecoming. That's how it works. So yeah, this is wide receiver ranking. I'd probably put Omar Cooper a little higher, but whatever. It's fine. Katron moved up a lot. Yeah, he did. Because he's a good player. He's a powerful runner. I love Katron Allen's game. Kenyon Sadiq, there you go. Oscar Delp. Geez, why would we even do War Room Wednesdays when Dane Brugler's dropping all this? So yeah, check this out if you want. I think it's a cool little tool to have. Jacob Rodriguez getting some love as well. And yeah, that's that. Cool. Let's do the Athletic, or let's do the Beast. Let's do the connections. Here we go. He used to be sub 150 ranked. See, and now he's at the top of the castle. Hold on here. I do want to check out his top 100 really quick. That's the one thing left. I want to check out his top 100. Standard or skim. There you go. I'm curious where our guy is here. I'm sure there's a faster way to find him. There's Mike Washington. I guess he didn't. I guess Katron Allen didn't make the top 100. Chris Brazel did. Katron Allen not quite there. Bryce Lance in the top 100. Wow, that's fun. Jeez. 15 wide receivers in the top 100. Is that what I read? 16? 17? 18? My God. All right. Anyway, back to the connections. I would like Katron to the Giants, but it wouldn't make any sense. Kaepernick's publishing a memoir. Oh my God. By the way, this is not related at all. But we'll read the Kaepernick memoir if need be. The Mark Sanchez trial got delayed again to May. So all of you excited to tune into the Mark Sanchez trial tomorrow? We're gonna have to wait even longer, fellas. It's a real heartbreaker. It got pushed again. Absolutely devastating stuff. I haven't been playing music at all this stream. How's that been, fellas? Oh, no, that's not true. Actually, I was playing a little bit. All right, time for the connections. Let's do it. I'm excited. Okay, squat, crunch. These are some sort of workout. Sit up. Wait a minute. Ab exercise. Plank. Need another one. God damn it. Come on. Come on, man. Oh, jeez. I don't mind the no music. Yeah, me neither, honestly. Me neither. I'm with you. I'm with you. We're just sitting here with our thoughts. Feel a little over stimmy, as the kids say sometimes when I play the music. God damn it. Plank, sit up, crunch. Like squat is an exercise, but that's not an ab exercise. These are all ab exercises. I know Pepper's dent. Okay, well, we'll get this one first. Pepper's dent, Strahan, Long. These are Hall of Fame pass rushers, obviously. What? Not Howie Long? Wait. Oh my God, it's Jack Youngblood. Great. Wow. What a con that was. Supposed to think Howie Long, the stream's longer than usual, really milk that Rossini story. Well, again, the thing is, I'm sitting here like ripping on reporters and like talking about like, where's the journalistic integrity? That gray area between like news and like ethical journalism, that's my favorite place. That's what I love to talk about. Super Bowl ads suck. Tanking's for losers. I hate Madden. That's the corner of sports I like. The weird little niche that's like off the field, but not really. All right, well, catcher, what? Triple, what? Okay, this got a little tougher. I actually don't know what's going on here. Goaltender, football player, what? Fencer and catcher? This can't be an actual like thing, right? This can't be an answer. Oh my God. Sporting roles that require masks. There it is. Okay. Sweet. Sit up, crunch, plank. I feel like it's got to be squat. It's the only one, but I don't care for it. Exercise in singular form. You see, that's stupid. That's way too broad. That's really stupid. Types of jumps. Wow, pretty easy actually. Pretty damn easy. Can't believe we got a mistake there. That was such bullshit. That's all right though. Rip Steve McMichael and go Giants. I don't know, man. That's pretty much all there is with news. I mean, we talked about, I'm happy, honestly. Chips down. I wasn't super excited to talk about this linebacker class. So as much as Diana Rossini, people should have some respect. I don't like that, her reputation is being put on blast for something so insignificant. I do think it gave us something to discuss. And damn it, that's good. That's good stuff right there. So, yeah, Dexter Lawrence better stay a Giant. I like CJ Allen a lot. Sonny Styles is going to also be a Giant along with Dexter Lawrence. Diana Rossini is apparently now Gabe Seven's covering it. Woof. The NFL world is watching. I guess we'll read this and then we'll call it. We'll call it. But this is a pretty intuitive tweet here. So let's, by the way, I didn't know that Blue Sky posts were called skeets. Whoever came up with that idea is a fucking idiot. Anyways, let's go over Diana Rossini's history. This story it's not just about what happened with Mike Vrabel. In 2015, shortly after she joined ESPN, which I don't know if she was married at this point, but whatever, Jessica McCluckin, I love saying that, the wife of Redskins GM Scott McCluckin, publicly accused Rossini of having an inappropriate relationship with her husband. The tweets were vulgar and specific. At the time, ESPN defended Rossini and called her an excellent reporter who never should have been subjected to such vulgar comments. McCluckin later publicly apologized, called her own comments unfounded and inappropriate. See, that's the thing a lot of people leave out. Today, the head coach of the Patriots was just photographed holding hands. It's okay. It's okay. No one has been able to tell me where they've been holding hands. No one has been able to tell me. I haven't seen it. Riveting discussion about someone's life. And yeah, seriously. Yeah, there it is. Long, high, triple broad. You see, we got it. Nice. Here's why it matters regardless. Both say it was innocent. Page 6 published photos of Mike Vrabel and Diana Rossini at the Ambiente Resort in Sedona on March 28th, holding hands, hugging, sitting together in a hot tub, having breakfast on the hotel patio. Multiple events. Vrabel's been married to Jennifer Vrabel since '99. They met at Ohio State. Rossini has been married to Kevin Goldschmidt, a Shake Shack executive, since 2020. 5 years following her little ESPN snafu. So as far as I'm concerned, Diana Rossini's cleared here. I mean, you know, despite the fact that she was hooking up with the Mandos GM, if it was like the Titans or, God forbid, New York Giants, then it'd be a different story. Imagine if Diana Rossini was like rubbing elbows with Dave Gettleman. Anyway, the Athletics executive editor backed Rossini, calling the photos misleading and lack essential context. Misleading is a stretch. You need to take all that at face value, like a stretch, by saying like people are way overdoing the implications here. It's like, oh, they ate breakfast. It's like, what? Rossini is a senior NFL insider for The Athletic, which is owned by the New York Times. She covers the entire league, coaching hires, front office moves, player contracts, team transactions. List them all, dude. She's been one of the most prominent NFL reporters in the country since joining ESPN in 2015. She left ESPN for The Athletic in 23. Vrabel was hired in 2025. God, this is not new information. A reporter who covers the NFL is photographed holding hands with a head coach at a luxury resort. That's a conflict of interest question, not a gossip question, a journalism question. Oh my God. The 2015 allegation was retracted by the person who made it. So there you go. That matters. Thank you. But it also exists on the public record and resurfaced the moment the Vrabel photos hit the internet today. The question isn't what happened in Sedona. Only the people who were there know that. The question is whether a reporter can objectively cover a league that includes a head coach she was photographed vacationing with. The question doesn't require proof of a relationship. It only requires the appearance of one. Both are married. Both say it was innocent. The photos are public. And the NFL world is watching. I hate journalists. I really do. I hate journalists with a passion. Even though I kind of am / aspire to be one, I kind of hate journalism with a passion. They're definitely banging. Thank you, guys. Very, very respectful things have been. I did not search Diana Rossini, by the way. This is my For You page on Twitter. There it is. This is my For You page on Twitter. Let's talk about Jalen Hurts. Let's not. Let's get out of here. But yeah, so in case you missed it, Diana Rossini and Mike Vrabel have been having an affair for years. And everyone knows about it. And they were holding hands multiple times across the weekend. That's why there's so many pictures of it. They also had breakfast together, Eggs Benedict. So, anyways, I'm going to go watch Invincible. Hope you guys have a sick rest of your Wednesday. New Invincible drop. And the AD prank show is really good. And I might make a video about it. The AD prank show is so good. I cannot overstate how good the AD prank show is. I can't. Drop a like if you haven't already. And, we'll be back on Friday, hopefully with some news, some actual sports news. Maybe a trade will have happened of some kind. But for now, we'll continue talking about Diana Rossini, Mike Vrabel's intimate relationship, as they say, in the business, in the journalistic business of integrity and honor. New Invincible and The Boys. That's right. And The Boys. So on Friday, we'll be discussing. So check it out if you haven't already. Enjoy your superhero slop, fellas. Exactly. Yes. Exactly. Superhero day. So Mario movie sucks. And that's about it. Aubrey Plaza is prego. Okay. I will see you guys Friday. Hunna cheating? Maybe? Don't think so? Ball. See ya.